It's me, Eddie, and oh my god, it has been a month since I last played this. That's actually not true. I started playing this... I tried playing this on Wednesday, but, stuff happened. So anyways, I'm all assuming you have not seen that stream, or some of you guys might have. It doesn't matter, that one doesn't count. If we completely ignore that one, this is the first time I'm playing this in, let's see, a month! Over a month! I didn't play this at all in November, so yes, it has been a while since I started a new visual novel, and as I was saying with that one, oh god, when am I gonna start Fate Stay Night? But no matter. The first 20 minutes is probably just gonna be a recap of what I did last time, but it doesn't matter. Let's go over it again. And from the top of the list, let's see what's going on. Right, so I remember this. No one has touched the time leap machine since that discussion, and I remember the discussion as well, which was a month ago. Ridiculous as it sounds, I can't shake the feeling that it might suck my memories out and fling them into the past. Oh, the machine does have its appeal, of course. We're all tempted by the idea of becoming humanity's first time leapers. My god, the windows are... Yet the fear of what could happen won out in the end. Perhaps as a way to forget our fears and move on, we decide to hold a celebration to mark the completion of our device. Everyone feels the need to let loose after working so hard on the project. I have Daro order pizza while Kurisu and I go shopping for snacks. Akiba has always had a lack of good supermarkets. That hasn't changed with even the anime stores gone. After we finish shopping, Kurisu and I go walk along the evening streets. And I said this last time, but I really love that thing up there. Kurisu, adorable Kurisu. She looks like she's got something to say. She keeps stealing glances at me. She frowns like she didn't expect that question. Finally, she faces this way.
実験をしなかったことについて
まさか人間は根源的に時間的存在者である
By the way, I've always been kind of sad at how like HD everything looks like over here in comparison to that last one. By the way, the main reason why the stream went to shit on Wednesday was because my monitor died. Like, it actually just shit itself. And with this new monitor, technically, it's apparently worse because it's got a worse frame rate, but oh my god, it is so much more HD. And that old one's resolution wasn't terrible either, so it's just kind of sad because you can't see how, like, HD everything looks, whether it's in this one or that one. Oh god, there's like a limited time event going on in one of my Discord servers, but I can't do it, I gotta stream. We got 2 people in here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Humans are temporal beings.
ハイデガーの言葉よ
That's
あ
true.
んたが実験はしないと決めてくれた時私はむしろほっとした
Kreesu's a sweetheart.
誰か止める人がいてくれなかったら私は歯止めが効かなくなってたかもありがとう
Aww. What's this? Gratitude? Does she have a fever? I put my hand to her forehead to check. Kreesu twitches.
おい何してる
熱があるせいで女子らしいことを言い出したのかと思ったな
God damn it, Okabe. Learn to take some kindness when she gives it out. I drop my hand.
別にあんたに感謝してるわけじゃないからな
Tsundere! Her voice is louder than it should be, and several people glance at us. Kurisu blushes and hangs her head. If Dara were here, she'd probably get all excited and say, "Ooh yeah, ooh hell yeah, oh hell yeah, real tsundere for the win."
とにかく
Anyway, Kurisu clears the throat and returns to her usual sour expression.
形式的にお礼を言っただけだから勘違いしないで
You ever wonder if she's sour because of you, Okabe? I'm just saying.
勘違いなどするものか俺は当然のことをしたまでだからな
Sorry, I'm just looking at the fancy new SSD I have. I'm gonna install this soon.
ラボ面ナンバー001であるラボの設立者であるこの俺法王院氷馬が最も優先するのはラボ面を危険から守ることだからお前は感謝する必要はない
世界に混沌をもたらすとか言ってるくせに。
She's adorable.
ラボメンは俺の味方であり、世界は俺の敵である。
呆れて言葉も出ない。あんたって独善的すぎ。
Yeah, you can say that again.
言葉なら出ているではないか。
Ooh, snap!
揚げ足取るな。
Okay, that's valid. It's quite mysterious, really. It's only been 2 weeks since Karisu and I met, and yet it feels natural as for us to be walking together exchanging banter like this. Perhaps pooling our efforts to create something new, dangerous though it may has brought us closer together. You know, in a... never mind. I admit that her knowledge and skills are impressive. I like her to remain at this lab at all if possible, but she says she's going back to America this month. It's already the 13th, so I wonder when she plans to return. I remember getting this text the first time. I was like, Suzuhara, are you spying on us right now? I decide to ask her, because she's clearly... I decide to ask her.
そういえば飛行機のチケット取るの忘れてた。電話レンジの改良に夢中になりすぎてたわ。
You're adorable.
タイムリープマシンを公表すれば世間は大騒ぎだ。セルン告発もしなければならない。帰ることはできなくなるぞ。
あ、そうか。となるとママに電話しておかないと。
Looks like things are gonna get busy. Naturally, I want Karisu to stay with us to the end. A little bit after we return to the lab, Mayuri gets back. Aww. Again, it feels so weird seeing Hanazawa do like a super cutesy little voice, because most of the voices she's really famous for, I think like ever since she got the Mikasa role, like I think this was like where she like properly actually blew up, but like Mikasa was like the role she got like really... Wait, no, that's... Wait, what the fuck am I saying? No. Wait, no. Not Mikasa, what the... Shit, what was that? There's a really famous role she did... not Mikasa, that's Yui Chicago. What? Shit. There's a role that Hana Kanazawa did that like got a really big, I think. Why am I forgetting? It's somewhere in my head. But anyways, there was that one role that like got her like... I mean, she was always big, but like I feel like there's that one role that like kind of shifted her into like more Onesan voice. Because I know that by at least 2018, she was doing, what do you call it? Like, with Ichika, she was doing, like, the more Onesan type voice, right? And that's mostly what she does nowadays. Or at least that's what she's, like, mostly famous for, like, that, like, nice Onesan voice. But if I really think about it, it's like, over here you've got her doing the super cutesy little girl voice, which is, like... Which, again, now I realize this is 15 years ago. Oh my god, has Hana Kanazawa really... That's so weird. Like, that always kind of trips me up. You know what else trips me up? Whenever Mayuri calls Karisu Chris-chan. Seems like Mayuri went to Lukaku's. Yep. Suzuha shows up a few minutes later, and our development council comes to order. Development council, what Okarin calls a party. Uh-huh. So I've already read this, but I kind of wanted to say upon reading this is that I think it's so cool that, like, apparently the dominant theory, and obviously physics has moved beyond this since then, is the Copenhagen theory, the Copenhagen interpretation is basically the multiple worlds theory, and basically so scientists approve of the multiverse theory. Yeah, and I also wanted to say, I remember reading this. I think that's so cool. Uh-huh. I know I was having a big existential crisis about that being in 24. I was just watching a video yesterday. I think, what's his name? Lessons in Meme Culture, and he was like, oh, you know, and this is like something that brings us back to the early 2010 or early 2020s, and I was like, wait a sec, we're not in the early 2020s anymore. My mind is still barely mentally out of the 2010s, goddammit. What do you mean early 2010s? You're talking about that like that was a long time ago, and I realize that is in the past. So that's fucking tripping me out. I don't... Oh my god. We're in the mid-2010s, and or mid-2020s. Oh my god. See, my mind is all... Daru orders 3 pizzas. Hold on, let me check my volume. That's all looking good. Cool. We also line up all the snacks we bought onto the table. It's just like the party we had a few days ago to cheer up Suzuha. Maria wanted to decorate the room, but since everyone's tired, I dismissed it as unnecessary. Looks like Suzuha managed to retrieve her jacket from Mr. Braun. God, as I said, I'm still so sad that we don't get to see that. God damn it.
やばかった。あのままだとさ、露出狂として一日を過ごす羽目になるとこだったよ、私。
The Braun 2 workshop's closed. Suzuha made sure the 42-inch CRT was turned off, so there's no need to fear any malfunction from the time leap machine. A heavy sigh escapes my throat. I realize that I've been tense and nervous since the time leap machine was completed. Now I can finally relax. The topic of the time leap machine has been taboo. Even Krisu doesn't bring it up during the meeting.
ダル、お前なぜこの前と全く同じ種類のピザを注文したのだ?
I opened the pizza boxes to find the exact same ones he got for Suzuha's party.
ズバリ、僕の好み。
Naturally, I'm not amused.
おかり、おかり。ヘリスちゃんやルカちゃんにもね、声をかけたんだけど、今日は無理って言われちゃった。
そうか。何か用事でもあったのか?
ヘリスちゃんは今日はライネットの大会。
しまった、応援行きそびれた。なんという不覚。
あとね、ルカちゃんはなんだか恥ずかしそうにしてたよ。ここに来たらまたマユリのコスを着させられるって思ったんじゃない?
I didn't say this last time, but I still think it's so interesting. Like, does this mean that like making Luca cosplay from that last timeline got wiped out or something?
コスプレの件か? もしかしてまだ説得できていないのか?
I feel like I made that exact same mistake last time. Then what was the point where I skipped the text too fast? Good thing that this is a non-speaking one. Then what was the point of completing the costume?
恥ずかしいんだって。可愛いは正義なのに。可愛いは正義ってそんな言葉が流行ってるんだ。
Both of you are cute as well.
クリスちゃんもね、可愛いよね。
She really is. Hey, there we go. Tracy doesn't know how to react. She blushes and Mayuri starts teasing her like a drunk old man. There's no alcohol at this party, of course.
ねえねえ、今度のコミマに出てみない？
I think it's a real shame we never got to actually go. That would be super cool.
新作は無理だけどね。去年作った
Oh,
ブ
lordy.
ラチューのセーラ覚醒後バージョンコスがあるんだ。多分ね、サイズはクリスちゃんにちょうど合うと思うし。私がコスプレか。
Tracy looks conflicted. Then she murmurs,
ちょっと興味ある。
I think I told you guys, cosplay is fun. And I mentioned this last time, but for anyone, I guess to leave this for posterity as well. I cosplayed a Rover for Halloween this year. Before that, I was Marty McFly last year. And for Comic-Con last year, I was a Denji from Chainsaw Man. Before that was, let me see, who was I? Who was I before? Oh, I was Joker from Persona 5. And before that, oh man. Halloween of 2020, I wasn't anything. Oh shit, now I'm forgetting. What was I during like 2021 and 2022? But yeah, I've also done Captain Rex. That was like the first proper cosplay I did, I think. That was like when I was a kid. It wasn't that good. Captain Rex. Then it was Boba Fett. I've done Harry Potter. Marty McFly is one I've done like a couple times. Yeah, I was Captain Rex. That was throughout most of like early elementary. Boba Fett was like most of late elementary. Harry Potter was like during middle school, I think. But yeah, I've reused costumes like quite a few times as well. And it wasn't like any proper cosplay, it was just a costume. But I think that counts as cosplay. Anyways. She sure could have fooled us before, pretending to have no interest in otaku culture. And that reminds me, was cosplay really that obscure back then? Because nowadays it's fairly mainstream, isn't it?
でも私も人前に出るのはお断りだから。
Boo!
着るだけでいいよ。でもね、そのうちみんなに見てもらいたくなるよ。コスプレにはそうさせる魔物さんが住んでるんだ。
The cosplay demon?
そういえば、クリスちゃんっていつも可愛い制服着てるよね。でもこんな制服都内にあったっけ？ああ、これ？
Creasy lifts up her necktie. It's the light Yagami fit.
2週間だけあやめ院に逆留学みたいなことしてたんだけど、そこの制服を改造してきてるの。
So to my knowledge... Okay, yeah, that's fake. Though, why do I have a feeling it might be best based off of something in real life?
ああ、あやめ院なんだ。あそこの制服、もともと可愛いもんね。でも、クリスちゃんの改造センスはね、すごくいいかも。明日、コス持ってくるね。そしたら試着してくれる？いいわ。
Looks like Kurisu approves of the cuteness. It's just his philosophy.
撮影会は何時からですか？
相変わらず橋田は変態道を邁進中だな。
だってブラチューのせいらっしょ。あれって確かパンモロだぞ。
パンモロ？
パンツがモロに見えているの略。
Oh lordy, he had to say it.
嘘。大丈夫だよ。クリスちゃんは知らないかもだけどね、去年ぐらいにこんな言葉が流行ったんだよ。パンツじゃないから恥ずかしくないもんって。
Why, does she look like Ayuno? Or something? Oh damn, that would be... Sorry guys, I'm having a little thought. I'm having a little thought here. But yeah, that is sort of the interesting thing. It's like, you'll see, like, it's like the difference between wearing a bikini at a beach and like being in underwear. Even though it covers the same amount of thing, why is one considered embarrassing while the other is not? I don't know. Like, do we guys have the same sort of thing? I don't think we do. I don't think we have the same sort of situation, but it's like, do you get what I'm saying, right? It's like one's embarrassing while the other's not, even though it covers the same amount of material, which is like, I don't know, what's up with that?
いやいや、恥ずかしいでしょ。絶対来てね。絶対だよ。
Oh lordy.
やめといた方がいいんじゃないかな。
The fight. Suzuha speaks, her tone sharp. She's scowling at Kurisu again. This is pretty darn close to where my monitor shed itself last time. Suddenly the atmosphere in the room changes. And we got this cutscene! Yes, and this was the, a little bit later is when my monitor shed itself, but I wanted to say once more, I fucking love this CG so much. I love it.
それ、どういう意味?
Naturally, my strong-willed assistant isn't one to back down from a fight. Sparks fly between the two girls. Seriously, I love this so much. It looks so cool.
この前から思ってたんだけど、私あなたに何かした？
直接は何も。でも私君のしたこと全部知ってんだよね。
何よ私がしたことって。後ろめたいことは何もしてない。
でしょうね。でも私知ってるんだから、君の本質ってのをさ。
へえ、すごい。私の心の中を覗いたんだ。画期的な発明だから、ぜひその独身装置を見せてもらいたいもんだわ。
装置なんてないよ。強いて言うなら予言。
つまり言いがかりってことか。
事実だってば。
Uh-oh, we got a situation here.
おかり。
This is where my monitor died. Mayuri clings to me with teary eyes.
二人を止めて。
この場を丸く収められるのはこの法王院京馬しかいないようだな。
I insert myself between the two girls.
二人ともここは引け。この勝負法王院京馬が預かる。
They both glare at me. Although I'm afraid for my life, I harden my resolve. The mission must succeed. And honestly, you are bright to break them up, I'm just saying. First, I focus on Krisu.
助手よ、俺はお前をそのように育てた覚えはないぞ。
Unorthodox tactic, but honestly, if that's a strategy you're going for, I'd say it's suboptimal, but it works.
育てられた覚えもない。
Exactly.
マッドサイエンティストを目指す上で最も必要なことを教えてやろう。すなわち表面は熱く奥底では冷たく。
聞いてない。なるつもりもない。
Next, I switch focus to Suzuha.
戦士よ、お前がラグナロックにおいて戦うべきはセルンのはずだ。
岡部倫太郎には忠告したよね。マキセ・クリスには気をつけてって。
You're gonna mention that here, now?
へえ、どういうことよ岡部。
Their eyes are like laser beams boring into my skull. I want nothing more than to flee for my life. Honestly, this is something that had to happen at some point, though, so... But Mayuri's watching me anxiously. I need to defuse the situation as per her demand. And honestly, yeah, it's probably a good idea, too. That... I mean, if it gets your own morale up.
お前たちどちらも引くつもりはないようだな。ならば好きなだけやり合うがいい。戦って戦って戦い抜いて、その後河原で握手して友情を芽生えさせるがいい。
Oh my god, this guy really is expiring.
だから将来社会に出る時のためにこれだけは自覚しておけ。お前たちは二人とも空気が読めない。
うるさい。
Getting yelled at by both of them at the same time sends shivers down my spine. I don't think that's gonna diffuse the situation, though. Like, I understand the strategy, but I don't think it's coming. I quickly seize my right arm. Okay, that's not helping at all.
こんな時に沈まれ、俺の右手。
He's just going off and doing his own thing now, isn't he? I turn around and head back to Mayuri.
マユリ、すまない。このままだと俺は二人を傷つけてしまう。だからあとは任せた。
Aww. Mayuri passes and goes over to the two girls.
二人とも聞いて。マユシーはね、喧嘩は嫌いなのです。仲良く くしようよ。
Hearing this, the two combatants reluctantly comply. The problem is, you haven't solved the core issue. I expected this would happen. Mayuri's the oil that keeps the gears of this lab churning along. The throbbing in my right arm dissipates. Like, you've gotten them to back down for now, but the core issue is still, you know... Dara comes over to chat with Suzuha, and peace gradually returns to the lab. Kurisu's in the development room, making a call, probably to her mother in America. I sit on the sofa and watch TV while sipping Dr. P. The TV is running a game show where contestants guess prices of popular items at high-class restaurants. Mayuri sits down next to me. She peels a banana and begins eating it.
ねえねえ、オカリ？
Mayuri slowly looks around the lab, smiling all the while.
なんだかね、ここ何週間かですごく賑やかになったね。
ああ、確かに。
I established the Future Gadget Laboratory around the time I entered college. God, that is so fucking trippy. These people are younger than... Oh my god, what the hell am I doing? It was my first step in my lab to bring chaos to the world. That was around the time of middle of March last year, which means it's been almost 5 months. Not half a month later after it was established, Mayuri showed up. I'm still not sure why, and became a lab mem. For about a month, it was just me and Mayuri. Then in early May, I finally got Daru to join. All it took was telling him that the lab is just a 3-minute walk from May Queen plus Neon Squared. Its location on the outskirts of Akiba has always been quiet. Mayuri isn't the type to object to every little thing like Kurisu, nor the type to make dumb jokes like Maro, so the lab was very peaceful back in those days. It was quite a pleasant place to be, and now that the lab mem has increased to 8, it happened in the blink of an eye, or so it seems. They didn't come today, but Lukaku visits occasionally, and its fairest is a familiar face at May Queen Neon Squared, or as she was before May Queen disappeared. I remember feeling out of place the first time I came to Akiba, but now it's like a second home.
楽しいね。
Mayuri too seems pleased by the increase in lab mems.
あのね、ラボ面が8人に増えたでしょ。ちょっと狭くなってきたなってマユシーは思うんだ。まずね、椅子が足りないのです。
The sofa only has room for 2. Then there's Daru's personal desk chair. Those are the only chairs in the lounge. There's some pipe chairs in the development room, but they need to stay there.
買ってこなくちゃだよ。オカリンはお金ある？
椅子を買うと貯金が底をつく。
Oh lordy. Then I need to get a part-time job again.
じゃあ、マユシーのバイト代もちょっと出していいよ。あとはね、電子レンジ新しいの買わないとジューシー唐揚げナンバー1が温められないよ。
You really do need to get in a microwave, I'm saying.
ああ、それはすまん。
Cutting off Mayuri's chicken supply might actually kill her.
だがマユリ、タイムリープマシンを譲渡して謝礼をもらえば問題は全て解決する。
椅子と電子レンジの代金とちょっぴり上がっちゃったお家賃を払えるぐらいはもらえるかな。
Oh, definitely.
もらえるさ。もっともらえる。
そうなんだ。よかったね、オカリ。
なぜそんなに嬉しそうなんだ？
だってお友達たくさんできたもん。ダルくんでしょ、クリスちゃんでしょ、ルカちゃんでしょ、スズさん、モエカさん、フェリスちゃん、店長さん、ナエちゃん、他にも
Braun.
他にも。
Oh, that's why he calls him Mr. Braun. Oh. I feel stupid. It's Braun 2 Workshop. Why is it called that? She gazes wistfully into the distance.
春の頃はお かりはとっても寂しそうだったけど、
It's only been 5 months and so much has happened for you guys. Jeez.
もう大丈夫だね。マユシーが人質じゃなくても。
それはどういう。
What do you mean? I tried to ask, but before I could finish, an urgent news bulletin appears on the TV. The subtitles read, Terrorist bomb threat suspected in Yamanote Sobu, Kei in Tokyo lines. Uh-oh.
爆破テロ予告？
Uh-oh.
つうか全部秋葉原駅通ってるじゃん。マユシ帰れないんじゃね？
本当だ。家に電話しなくちゃ。
A bomb threat? I don't know why, but I've got a bad feeling about this. Only the lines passing through Akiba are suspended as if that were the target. Wait, could that be it? Could the bomb be at Akihabara Station? I get a cold feeling in my stomach.
岡部倫太郎、一つ聞かせて。タイムリープマシンは完成してるんだよね。
Oh! Oh! Oh!
そっか。私、用事思い出したから、ちょっと出かけてくる。
Suzuha leaves the lab without another word.
何なの？彼女。
Suzuha's acting strange. Is it related to the bomb threat? Why did she ask about the time leap machine? Something occurs to me. The 2 threatening emails I received. Oh! Yeah! We're watching you. You know too much. Who sent them? And there's more. You should tell the other people about that. Words and images flash through my head. CERN. The LHC. Jellyman. The Z program. Government secrets. The organization. Men in Black. The Committee of 300. The Time Leap Machine. What did Kurisu say?
私たち、ひょっとすると、とんでもないものを作っちゃったかもしれない。
Taken separately, each of these elements was insignificant, but if I consider them a part of a single line, they all point to one inescapable truth. We've come too far. Fear seizes my heart in an icy grip. I can see anxiety eating at my brain. I can't breathe. Even though it's hot and humid, my body shivers. Should we run and get out while we still can? We can't use the trains. What about the subway? Or would a taxi be better? No one's saying anything. No one's doing anything. What should we do? Suddenly, I feel something soft touch my hand. When I look down to see Mayuri's hand holding mine. When I look up, I see Roy written on her face. It's okay. I'm just being paranoid. It's all coincidence. Tell the other people, you dumbass! Tomorrow we'll get rid of the time leap machine. Then we can forget all this happened. Pretending it was just a dream. We never invented a time machine. I don't need money. As long as we can forget about today and welcome tomorrow. We'll be okay, won't we? But my anxiety doesn't go away. I look over Mayuri's head at the entrance to the lab. The door is unlocked. Anyone could just waltz right in. I can hear sirens wailing a few streets away. The bomb threat has Akiba in an uproar. Yet, in our corner of Akiba, it's so quiet. Mayuri squeezes my hand with her warm, slender fingers. I squeeze back. Oh, shit! The next thing I know, the door slams open. 5 men burst into the lab. Their movements are swift and sure, professional, and each of them is carrying a gun. They spread out just inside the door and aim their weapons at us. It all happens so fast, no one has time to scream. These men are foreigners, a mix of races. This one seems Japanese. Dressed casually in colorful shorts or jeans. But their arms are thick with muscle and their eyes are hard and cold as ice. Two of them are holding pistols, the other three have assault rifles. AK-47 in Akiba, is it some kind of joke? One thing is certain, these guys aren't tourists.
動くな。全員両手を上げろ。
The dark-skinned crew-cut man barks an order. Feels like I'm dreaming. Did I fall asleep watching an action movie? This is the first time so many people have gathered in this room. Suddenly, the lab feels small. What an odd thing to be thinking at a time like this. The first to obey is Daru. Then Kurisu raises her hands. Then me. Last is Mayuri. Silence. Time seems to grind to a halt. The men say nothing, but their guns remain steady, muzzles pointed at us. On TV, a comedian laughs. What is this? Are we on candid camera? Then you hear a new sound coming from outside. The sound of high heels. A woman is coming up the stairs. Are these men waiting for her? Is she their leader? A squad of battle-hardened commandos led by a beautiful woman. It's like something out of a manga. Nothing seems real. Before long, the woman appears. The part-time editor. The male demon Shining Finger, who's never seen without her phone. Lab member 005. Mocha, she's their leader? The least imposing woman I've ever met. Even now, she doesn't meet my stare. Her eyes are aimed down at the floor. What's going on here?
萌香さん、これって。
タイムマシンを回収させてもらう。
As always, her words are barely audible. It's ridiculous, laughable, and yet I can't laugh. My heart is a jackhammer in my chest. The inside of my mouth is drier than a desert. I stay still with my hands in the air.
牧瀬クリス、岡部銀太郎、橋田至3名については我々と一緒に来てもらう。
I don't understand. Why is Mocha here? I don't know, but I have to ask.
どういうことだ。
答えられない。
冗談だろ。
Think it's gone a little far for that, buddy. Mocha shakes her head.
あなたたちに答える必要はないという意味。抵抗は許されない。とにかく来て。
どこへだ。
No reply. She doesn't intend to answer that either. Dangerous. These guys are dangerous. Look at their guns. Nothing good can happen if we go with them. I try to refuse, but my voice catches in my throat. I can't stop staring at their guns. Are they real? They're not gonna start shooting, are they?
理由と行き先を教えてもらわない限りついていくことはできない。
拒否することは認めない。あなたたちに逃げ場はないわ。私たちの仲間はすでに秋葉原中に散らばっている。
Wait. Something clicks in my head. It was them. They sent the bomb threat. They stopped the trains. Why? To keep us here? Just for that?
手荒な真似はしたくない。3人とも一緒に来て。なんで
Kurisu, who has kept silent until now, finally opens her mouth.
3人なの？
That's when I realized Mayuri wasn't included in Mocha's demands. She only wants Kurisu, Daru, and me.
何を聞かれても答えるつもりはない。あなたたちはただついてくればいい。
We're not getting anywhere.
おかりん。
Daru's voice is shaking. I turn my head to look at him. He's deathly pale.
とりあえず言うこと聞いとくべきじゃね。
だが目的を言ってもらわないと。
Honestly, I have no idea what to do. My heart is still fluttering in my chest. This seems more like a dream than reality. I'm not a military otaku. I've never seen a real gun. Wait, really? Huh. The black shine of their weapons look somehow tacky. They lack the imposing feel you expect. I believe her if she told me they were fake. Mayuri suddenly speaks up.
ねえ、萌香さんはラボメン仲間だよね。
It's as if Mayuri asked the question for me. Mocha was a strange woman, but I welcomed her as a lab mem all the same. What is she thinking right now? In answer, Mocha pulls a gun from a belt and points at it. Well, okay. I just realized that Mocha isn't holding her phone. This is the first time I've seen her without it. Not like that matters now. Mocha's gun hand is still trembling. Or is trembling. Is the situation affecting her too? It must be. She's terrified of talking to people.
一緒に来てもらうのはあなたたちの口を封じるため。
Silence us!
それは拒否しても変わらない。
Does that mean she plans to kill us? What? Why? What did we do? Well,
一体誰の差し金だ。お前たち何者なんだ。
私たちは
Mocha suddenly lifts her head. For perhaps the third time since I've known her, she looks straight at me. Her eyes are dark and empty.
セルンの
Oh, big title. CERN?
M4
The dark-skinned man speaks up. Is he addressing Mocha?
口を慎め。
Mocha hangs her head again. In my head, I just replay the words she just spoke. CERN. They're from CERN? Why CERN? Of course, who else could it be?
3人とも一緒に来て。
Mocha raises her voice in frustration.
これ以上拒否するなら嫌でも行きたくなるようにするから。
Aren't these already extreme measures? Mocha slowly raises her gun. She points the muzzle at... Mayuri. My whole body instantly goes cold.
椎名真由里は必要ない。
よせ。
Whoa! I lunge at Mocha, but the dark-skinned man is faster. Ouch. Something strikes my chin with crushing force. The shock numbs my entire body. Stars explode behind my eyes. I fall to my knees, powerless to stand. Everything goes dark. What happened? Did he hit me with the butt of his rifle?
おかり。
I look up. Mayuri, face streaked with tears, is reaching out to me as if begging for help. Over her shoulder, I see Mocha ready her gun. I try to yell stop, but my voice catches in my throat. Nothing comes out but a pitiful wheeze. Someone. Anyone. Please. Stop her. Stop Mocha. Mocha's lips move. She's mumbling something.
セルンのために FP のためにセルンのために FP の。
Her lips close tightly. My blood curdles. No! A sharp, dry crack splits the air. Time slows to a crawl. Mocha pulled the trigger. Blood spurts from Mayuri's forehead. It splashes across my face, wet and warm. Her delicate, frail body falls towards me. I catch her. Her body's limp like a puppet with no strings. Her head and arms dangle lifelessly. The smell of gunpowder fills my nose, and then the smell of blood.
うー
Daru clutches his head, falls to his knees, screaming at the top of his lungs. The sound jerks me back to my senses. First time hearing the story. Hey! Oh yeah, it is. Hey! I got a comment. It has been a hot Did this scene appear in the anime or not? I don't remember. It's been like 9 years. In my arms, Mayuri takes one short, shallow breath. And then... Yes, this is the first time... She's dead. Mayuri's dead. Her face is covered in blood. Her blood stains my hands. It's warm.
もう一度言う。3人とも一緒に来て。
I think this does appear in the... Did it! Again, I don't remember. Ugh. Ugh. I do recall Moko appearing and, like, being super sus, but I don't... Again, it has been a hot moment, so...
これ以上の警告はしない。抵抗するなら、あなたたちも殺す。
I hear a voice, but I can't comprehend what it's saying. What is this? What the hell is going on here? Is this a joke? We may have created a monster here. This is a dream, right? Right? I feel nothing. My mind is blank. I shake Mayuri's shoulder. Mayuri? Wake up, Mayuri. You'll catch a cold if you sleep here. If you're tired, you could stay overnight. Or I could take you home if you prefer. We'll ride the train back to Ikebukuro together, just like we used to before Daru joined when it was just the two of us. Memories of her smile whirred through my head as if 1,000 different smiles from 1,000 different occasions. If I look away, she'll disappear. She always disappears.
もう大丈夫だね。マユシーが人質じゃなくても。
She was a real hostage for a while. Hey, Mayuri, please. Laugh for me, ee-hee-hee, like you always do. Greet me with your silly doo-doo-doo. Tell me you're alright. Tell me this isn't real. It's not real, 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 it's not real. Red flames consume my mind. An inferno of rage and hate and rage and hate and the burning desire to kill everything I see. It's not gonna... I gently lay the motionless Mayuri on the floor. I stand up. And then I fling myself at Moeka. You know they've got guns pointed at you, right? Before I could take a step, someone grabs my hand from behind. Mocha's gun is aimed at my head. Yeah, you should... Her finger is already on the trigger.
抵抗するなら。岡部、お願い。今は従って。
Are you forgetting the other 4 people in the room that also have their guns pointed at you? I'm just saying. I don't think you'd get very... I don't think you'd be able to I mean, he's angry, he's rage. I get it. I don't think... I think I'd react similarly to realistically speaking.
このままじゃ、あんたも殺される。
I tear my hand from Kurisu's grip. My vision is tunnel with Mocha on the other side. She won't get away with this. She killed Mayuri in cold blood. I'll do the same to her. Mocha pulls the trigger. The sound of the shot smites upon my eardrums. I feel a sharp pain on the side of my head. I nearly lose my balance again, but I'm still alive. What happened? I realize that Mocha's gun is lying at her feet. Beside it is a small stone. Someone must have thrown it and knocked her gun aside. Suddenly, Suzuha is in the doorway, knocking one man down in the blink of an eye. Quick, grab the gun! Before anyone can react, she darts into another man's range and delivers a piercing elbow strike to his solar plexus. The man drops to his knees, gasping for air. The remaining men turn their guns on her, but she throws the incapacitated men towards them to block their aim. Interesting angle. She slides into the feet of the man at the rear, tripping him forward, and in a single smooth flowing motion drives her knee into the man's face as he falls. The dark-skinned man aims his rifle. But before he could fire, Suzuha snatches a stunned attacker's gun and shoots him. Okay. Blood spurts from the man's hand. Without stopping, you could have just shot him in the head. Without stopping, or in the chest, Suzuha leaps into the air and delivers a soaring roundhouse kick to his jaw. Whoa! Next thing I know, the 5 men are down, and Mocha's aimed at Suzuha's face. But Suzuha doesn't back down. Her gun is trained at Mocha's neck. It's a standoff. Neither moves. Silence returns to the room.
42
Suzuha's reply makes no sense. She glances at me.
テレビ
What is she saying?
点灯済み
Suddenly, Kurisu springs up and makes a break for the development room.
動くなそれはこっちのセリフ
I suddenly realize the meaning of Suzuha's words. The 42-inch TV downstairs, it's on. She wants me to use a time leap. I mean, now's the time! It's now or never! I look at Mayuri's body. She's lying there quietly. Her eyes are closed. They'll never open again. One of the men Suzuha knocked down starts the moment. He's gonna get up soon! If they wake up, it's all over. Suzuha looks at me again. Why did you just shoot them? Her eyes implore me to make my move. If I use the machine, I can avert Mayuri's death. But at the same time, it could fry my brain. Fry my brain, so what? What is there to fear? Mayuri's dead, shot in cold blood. This isn't right, I won't accept it. Then I'll change it. Change the past. You have the power, use it! I stagger into the development room. Kurisu is about to put on the headgear. I pull it away from her. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby! It's happening, it's happening, it's actually happening. I grab Kurisu's wrist as she tries to take it back. I stare into her eyes, wet with tears. And what if it fails on you? I ignore her and put on the headgear. Mocha's last shot grazed the side of my head. My ears are still ringing and there's blood on my neck. It doesn't matter. I might fail, I might even die, but I have to try. It's my only chance to save Mayuri. Kurisu bites her lip and starts setting up the X68000. The crew cut man staggers into the development room. Acting purely on instinct, I grab future gadget number 4, Mode Snake, from the shelf and flick on the switch. White smoke instantly fills the room, rendering it impossible to see. It's now or never. You have played the patch installed. Yeah, I have.
やれクリスマシンを動かせ。
Pain flares in my right arm, this time for reals. Was I shot? Yes. It doesn't matter. I see blue-white light shining through the smoke. The discharge is starting. The light rapidly grows brighter. The floor begins to shake. The singularity is open. I crouch down, holding the headset steady with one hand. Wait for me, Mayuri. I won't die here. I'll cross through time to save you. Leap my memories. Leap to the past. Oh, the world explodes into light. Yo. Okay. Yo. Okay.
マユリ
Oh my god.
マユリ
No matter how many times I call her name, Mayuri doesn't answer. Mayuri standing in front of a grave, gazing into the sky. The grave belongs to her grandmother, who died when Mayuri was 11 years old. Her parents were always busy with work, so her grandmother was her only companion. I was close to Mayuri's family, so her death was sad for me too. At the wake, I expected Mayuri to break down and cry. She didn't. Instead, she spent the whole time gazing vacantly at her grandmother's memorial portrait. 6 months went by. I advanced to middle school, so Mayuri and I no longer commuted together. Whenever I passed by the cemetery on the way home, Mayuri would always be standing there. Every day, rain or shine, she would stand for hours before the grave, staring wordlessly at the sky as if she could see her grandmother in heaven. In her hand, an old pocket watch. The watch had belonged to her grandmother. Mayuri always held it when visiting the grave. Alright, I'm gonna go. Aww, that's a shame. Well, hey, Mateo, thanks for dropping by. No matter how many times I call her name, Mayuri did not answer. Back then, Mayuri wouldn't talk to anyone. Not to me, not to her parents. Whenever I saw her standing there, staring at the sky, I felt unease grip at my heart. Her gaze was so earnest, her intentions so pure, that I feared some power might grant her wish and carry her off to heaven to join her beloved grandmother. And so, to ensure nothing like that happened, I made sure to stop by the cemetery every day. I would stand next to the sky gazing Mayuri and call her name.
Mayuri.
No matter how many times I'd call her, Mayuri wouldn't reply. The only sound in the lonely cemetery was the echo of my voice calling her name. It was raining that day too. Mayuri had a light blue umbrella. In contrast to the umbrella's color, the light sky was glazed gray, covered in clouds. After a while, the rain stopped. Rays of light shone through the gaps in the clouds, a stunningly beautiful sight. Rembrandt's rays, they are called, or sometimes the angel's ladder. Suddenly, a strong wind swept through the cemetery. It caught Mayuri's umbrella and carried it to the sky. Something I've always found unrealistic about those umbrellas being swept to the sky. Bye. Aw. See ya! Umbrellas being swept to the sky is that normally, the wind is not strong enough to carry a whole ass umbrella. If the rain is that strong, then honestly, that would affect a human as well, just saying. Like, they wouldn't just stand there vacantly staring. And even if the wind is strong, generally speaking, it's weak enough to make the umbrella land somewhere nearby. But anyways, Mayuri seemed not to notice. She kept staring at the sky, and then slowly, so very slowly, she stretched her hand out to the sky, as if to grasp the rays of light, as if her grandmother were reaching down to pull her up. And then she lifted herself on her toes. To me, it looked as if she were floating upwards towards heaven. Impulsively, I grabbed Mayuri's outstretched hand and pulled her into my embrace. In retrospect, my fears were just a childish fantasy, but at the time, I truly believed that Mayuri was about to disappear then and there.
どこにも行かせないぞ。
Little
連れてなん
Rintaro.
て行かせない。
Honestly, I know that, like, this feels more like a sibling relation, but I feel like there honestly always has been, like, a solid relation for a romantic one between Rintaro and Mayuri. I know Kurisu's, like, the main girl, but still. Like, they've got all this history together. I realize how embarrassing the words coming from my own mouth were.
マユリは俺の人質だ。人体実験の生贄なんだ。
It was the first excuse that came to mind. Before her grandmother died, Mayuri and I were fans of a popular series about costume heroes battling evil. I particularly admired the villain, a mad scientist. I got even pretty good at mimicking his lines. Now I was doing it to hide my embarrassment. I could feel my face growing red, but I kept the mad scientist act all the same. If nothing else, it was better than admitting my insecurities.
どこにも逃がさないからな。
Aww. As I said this, I realized Mayuri was shaking. She whispered. It was the first time in 6 months that I had heard her speak. Her voice was choked with tears. Whoa, we have 5 people here. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Aw, Mayuri's so adorable. She smiled happily. Tears fell from her eyes. And then Mayuri buried her face in my chest. Where am I? Who am I? I can't see. I can barely think. A terrible screech fills my head like a feedback from a giant speaker. It penetrates my brain like 100 sharp needles stabbing me right behind the eyes. I thought brains weren't supposed to feel pain. And then there's more. I feel a shiver of pleasure beneath the pain. What? And a terrible itching like my body's on fire. I want to crack open my skull and tear out my brain. I want to scrape the soft gray matter with my fingers and eat it. Obey. The assault on my brain is driving me crazy. Who am I?
ちょっと岡部、どうしたのよ。
Suddenly, the shattered pieces of the world reform. I slowly come back to my senses. I'm in the lab, standing in front of the phone wave, name subject, changed with the cell phone to my ear. No. Not the phone wave. Since the headgear is attached to it, it's a time leap machine. It's hard to breathe. Give me oxygen. I hear a low, wheezing groan and realize that it's coming from my own throat. I close my mouth and take a deep breath. The inside of my throat feels like it's burning. I resist the urge to cough and continue filling my lungs with air. I notice I'm drenched in sweat. The drops sliding down my forehead are annoying. I try to wipe them away with the back of my right hand. My hand obeys, slowly. Something is off. It's like my body and mind aren't totally in sync with each other. Almost as if this really isn't my body, as if my nerves aren't communicating properly with my extremities. I try blinking slowly. This might just be my imagination. Could this be exhaustion? I haven't slept much lately. Try to move my hand again. There's no disconnect this time. This is my body.
岡部聞いてる？
A familiar voice. I turn around slowly. Kurisu is there. She stares at me perplexed.
どうしたのよ？急にすごい声出して。
What is she talking about?
具合悪いの？
I try answering, but my voice doesn't work too well. Even more bewildered, I clear my throat several times.
いや問題ない。
そうだったらさっさと出かける準備しなさいよ。買い出し行くんでしょ？
買い出し？
For what? I search my memories. The moment I do, images appear in my mind like a string of exploding light bulbs.
人間は根源的に時間的存在者である。
もう大丈夫だね。
してもいいの？
I remember now. I use a time leap machine.
未来の記憶を思い出すのよ。
That's right, what am I standing around for?
ここはどこだ？
は？
I grab Kurisu's shoulders and pull her close.
今は何時だ？何月何日の何時何分だ？
痛い。落ち着け。
落ち着いていられるか？買い出しって言ったか？
Which shopping trip is she talking about? Dara is sitting at his computer staring at us wide-eyed.
誰？今日は何日だ？今は何時なんだ
？13日の5時ちょっと過ぎだけど。
13th, a little past 5.
成功したのか？
Wait, what was the day previously? Did I manage to time leap in the middle of all that chaos? Did my memories really jump through time? Does that mean I've leapt into my past self? Is there a chance that it was all a dream? Thinking back forward, it doesn't seem real. Commandos breaking through the lab, it was like something out of a Hollywood movie. The sight of Mayuri, broken and bloody, is burned into my eyes. I remember the smell of blood, the sound of the gunshot, the weight of my headgear on my head, the pain of the bullet tearing into my arm. Kurisu screaming, Suzuma fighting to defend us. I remember it all vividly. I touched my arm. No bullet holes, no pain even. Was it all a dream? I don't know. Never time leaped before. I can only hope that it was a dream. A future like that is too much to bear. I recall Mayuri's last moments and my eyes filled with tears. I forced a tide of emotion back.
マユリは
I look around the lab. Kurisu and Daru are here, but he can't find Mayuri.
マユリはどこに？
どこってルカシのところに行くってさっき言ってたじゃんか。オカリン聞いてなかったん？
Oh, it's the same day! That's right, Mayuri went to beg Lukako to wear her costume. She won't return until it's time for the party. What do I do? What do I believe? Was it a dream? Or was it real? If it was a dream, then I don't have to worry about anything. If it was real, then I need to act. Now. Take a deep breath.
あれは夢だったんだ。あんなの現実に起きるはずがない。
It was a nightmare brought on by anxiety, that's all. There's no other logical explanation. I desperately persuade myself that it's so. Little do I know that I will soon regret my foolishness. Kurisu goes shopping alone. I stay in the lab with Dara waiting for Mayuri to return. Oh lordy.
ただいま
An innocent smile. Mayuri is alive. Nothing will happen to her. I was worried for nothing. In Suzu's eyes, we begin the meeting.
オカリオカリフェリスちゃんやルカちゃんにもね
Oh lordy, oh my
言ったんだ
god.
けど今日は無理って言われちゃった
I've heard these words before. Deja vu, a trick of the mind. I'm sure we all,
そうか。何か用事でもあったのか。
フェリスちゃんは今日はライネットの大会
しまった、応援行きそびれた。なんという不覚。
あとねルカちゃんはなんだか
ここに来たらまたマヨリのコスを着させられるって思ったんじゃない？
it's just like my dream. I've never remembered a dream this vividly before. I remember every word that was spoken, you absolute dumbass.
コスプレの件か。もしかしてまだ説得できていないのか。
恥ずかしいんだってかわいい
可愛いは正義ってそんなこと。
クリスちゃんもね
You know what's super This is actually my third time going through this conversation because of the computer crash out. Oh my god.
え
Cute.
ねえねえ今度のコビマ新作は無理だけどね
私がコスちょっとでも私も人の
着るだけでいいよそういえば
これ2週間だけあやめ院に逆留学に。
おー明日コス持ってくるね
いいわ。
撮影会は何時からですか？
相変わらず橋田は
だって
パンモロ。
パンツがもろに見えているの略。
嘘。
大丈夫だよクリスちゃんは知らないかもだけどねパンツじゃないから恥ずかしい
日本終わってた。
Wait, what? This line's different.
絶対来てね絶対だよやめといた方がいいんじゃないかな
She's scowling at Kurisu again. Suddenly the atmosphere. I remember this too. I feel like I'm losing my mind here.
ナキセクリスを信じると
それどういう。この前から思ってたんだけど。
直接は何も
何よ私。
だろうねでも私
へえすごい。
装置なんてないよ
つまり
事実だってばおかり
And Mayuri clings to me teary.
二人を止めて
Should I listen to Mayuri's plea like I did in the dream? Knowing that I can't stop the fight, should I let Mayuri handle instead? I don't know, I can't move a muscle.
もう
Mayuri passes and goes over to the two girls.
二人とも聞いてマユシーはね喧嘩は嫌いなのです仲良くしようよ
Uh-huh. But I can't pay attention to what I see on screen. It doesn't enter my head. Mayuri sits down next to me. She peels a banana and begins eating it.
ねえねえオカリなんだかね
Stop it. Why are you saying these things as in that terrible dream? It was a dream. It has to have been a dream.
楽しいね
Mayuri smiles happily, not noticing my lack of reply.
あのねラボメンまずね椅子買ってこなくちゃだよ
I shake my head
お金
wordlessly.
ある
For some reason, I'm afraid to look Mayuri in the face.
じゃあマユシーの場合あとはね電子レンオカリ大丈夫元気ないよ
いや
体調良くないのかな
Whoa!
だったらね休まなきゃ横になる膝枕してあげるよ
そんな恥ずかしいことを。
Before Before I could finish, the television interrupts me with the urgent news bulletin. The subright. Yep. The loser pays.
爆破テロ予告。
つうか全部秋葉原駅通ってるじゃん。
本当だ。
嘘だろ。
It's the same. Every last thing, the same.
岡部倫太郎、一つ聞かせて。
It was a dream.
タイムリープマシンは完成してるんだよね。
It has to be a dream. If it was a dream, then why?
聞いてる？
タイムリープマシンは完成してるけど。
そっか。私、用事思い出したからちょっと出かけてくる。なんなの？彼女。
Does she know what's about to happen? Nothing's gonna happen. The break-in was a dream. But no matter how I can try to convince myself of that, tell them, you idiots! I can't shake the icy hand clutching my heart. I can't breathe. Even though it's hot and humid, my body shivers. I remember this feeling too from the dream. Did I choose wrong? Yep. I recognize each of them. There's no denying it now. I did lead through time. It was the future I remembered. I was supposed to change it to present to stop the madness about to unfold.
動くな。全員両手を上げろ。
Silence. Time seems to grind to a halt. The men say nothing. Why didn't I do anything to change this? Wasn't that why I leapt through time? The woman who killed will kill Mayuri. The dream was real. Those were memories of the future. This is happening because I did nothing to stop it.
萌香さん、これって。
タイムマシンを回収させてもらう。
If I kill her first, will Mayuri live? I consider the option but soon give up. The real danger is the men behind. Yeah! 3 of them have assault rifles. They'll gun us down the instant I try everything. And the rest of you guys as well. Is there even a chance?
牧瀬クリス、岡部倫太郎、
May I
抵
heard
抗
this?
は許されない。とにかく来て。
どこへ。
I have no words.
せめて理由と行き先を教えてほしいんだけど。拒否することは認めない。あなたたちに逃げ場はないわ。私たちの仲間はすでに秋葉原中に散らばっている。手荒な真似はしたくない。3人とも一緒に来て。なんで3人なの？何を聞かれても答えるつもりはない。
Second person in the chat. Thank you.
あなたたちはただついてくればいい。
ねえ、萌香さんはラボメン仲間だよね。
Does that happen? It's happening again.
一緒に来てもらうのはあなたたちの口を封じるため。それは拒否しても変わらない。3人とも一緒に来て。
Oh, that's what Mateo meant by first time here in the story. Oh, yeah, no, I do remember Steins Gate has, like, scenes that happen over and over again, but okay. Wait, is that what he meant, or was he just saying that out of universe chronologically? I'm not sure. What, Mateo, what the hell did you mean? He's gone now, though, so I can't ask him.
これ以上拒否するなら嫌でも行きたくなるようにするから。
So that's what the extreme measures are. Okay. Mocha slowly raises her gun. She points the muzzle at...
椎名真由里は必要ない。
Say something, Okabe! I try to stop shout, but my voice catches in my throat. Nothing comes out but a pitiful wheeze. I turn to Kurisu for help. Kurisu is staring at Mayuri. She looks like she might start crying at any second. I turn to Daru. He's shaking. His lips move to speak, but nothing comes out. Someone. Anyone. Please. Stop her. Stop Moeka.
セルのために FP のためにセルのために FP の
I remember. Wait, I remember. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say. Something about. I'm not saying. For those of you that don't know the story of Steins Gate, I'm not saying. I know that 99% of you are thinking the exact same thing I'm saying. I'm thinking because I remember. I'm not. Time slows to a crawl. Uh-huh. Her body is limp like a puppet with no strings. Her head and arms dangle lifelessly. The smell of gunpowder fills my nose, and then the smell of blood. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, God. That still hurts to hear. That still hurts to hear. Oh, my God. Oh, here's Dad again. Her face is covered in blood. Her blood stains my hands. It's warm.
もう一度言う。3人ともこれ以上の警告はしない。抵抗するならあなたたちも殺す。
I let Mayuri die again because I didn't believe my own memories of the future. I lay Mayuri down on the floor. I'm sorry, Mayuri. I'm so sorry. I stand up. Rage takes hold of me once again. I'm helpless to resist. I take one menacing step towards Moeka.
Okabe!
Kurisu grabs my hand before I can take another. Yep, the same.
ダメだってば殺されちゃう
Mocha's gun is aimed at my head. Her finger is already on the trigger.
俺も殺すのかよ。
抵抗するなら岡部お願い今は従ってこのままじゃあんたも殺される
I grit my teeth and suppress my anger. Just then something small and round strikes Mocha's gun hand. She drops her gun. Uh-huh. 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 The next events transpire exactly as I remember. Suzuka appears at the doorway, knocking. Uh-huh. 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 Uh-huh.
こいつ
Uh-huh. 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 Why did you just shoot him in the chest?
そこまでよ
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. We've been here. We've been here. Mocha and Suzuka point their guns at each other. Uh-huh. 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 Uh-huh.
何者
42テレビ点灯済み
動くなそれはこっちのセリフ
Kurisu's right behind me. I grab the headgear and jam it on my head without moment's hesitation.
岡部私が
俺が飛ぶ。
でももし失敗したら
設定を頼む。
There's no time to argue. I grab Mode's snake from the shelf. Kurisu bites her lip and starts setting up the X68000.
岡部倫太郎一人行って殺せ使わせるな
Before the crew cut man enters the development room, I push the switch. White smoke instantly fills the room, rendering it impossible to see.
岡部本当にいいの
He's done this before.
タイムリープしてもいいのね
やれクリス。マシンを動かせ。
The machine didn't fail. Okabe did. He's played these games before. Oh my god. Uh-huh. The discharge is starting. Uh-huh. 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 Crouch down, holding the headset steady with one hand. This is reality. Wasn't a dream. I burned that fact into my mind as I prepared time leap. One more chance. The shaking begins. Once more, the world explodes into light. Oh, lordy. Lordy, lordy. I can't hear. Feels like something is crushing my eardrums. Slowly, the shattered pieces of the world reform. My body convulses as I'm struck by something. I am Okabe Rentaro. I'm in the lab development room, standing in front of the time leap machine with the phone to my ear. My brain hurts again. This isn't like a headache, it's somehow deeper. With the pain comes a torrent of emotion. Sorrow, longing, hope, joy that threatens to wash away my psyche. However, only one thing matters. I quickly return to the lounge. I almost crashed into Kurisu.
脅かすなよ。
誰？今は13日の5時前か。
そうだけど。
Alright, time leap was successful. I pat Kurisu on the shoulder, almost in an embrace.
お前は天才だ。
何よいきなり。気持ち悪いな。
I scramble for my phone.
マユシーです。
マユリ、今どこに？
ただいま電話に出ることができません。
It went to voicemail.
ピーってなったら伝言をどうぞ。
マユリ、今すぐ俺に連絡をくれ。わかったな。今すぐだ。
I hang up. I look at my watch again. It's just past 5. Thank God for the time leap machine. It makes me shiver to imagine what would have happened without it. I have 3 hours until Monika kills Mayuri. Everything's gonna be okay. Plenty of time to escape. First, I'll meet up with Mayuri and leave Akiba. We can go to Ikebukuro. Wait, what if they're watching her house? Maybe we should hop on the bullet train and get out of Tokyo entirely. Anyway, we're fine as long as Monika doesn't find her today. So, first, I need to find Mayuri.
岡部？目が血走っちゃってるけど、どうしたの？
Kurisu and Dara look at me with concern.
二人とも今すぐここから離れろ。
どういうこと？
I check my wallet. I only have 9,000 yen and some change. I need to stop by an ATM and withdraw everything I have.
何よ？また中二病？
Kurisu shrugs her shoulders dumbfounded. I don't have time to answer her. I slip beside her and dash out of the
岡部、
lab.
どこ行くのよ？おい！
I run to Yanabayashi Shrine at full speed. Naturally, I have to stop for breath before I get more than a few blocks. That's still quite a bit. The sun is setting, but the temperature still hasn't dropped below 30 degrees Celsius. Sweat quickly covers my entire body. I'm not good at exercise in the first place. I finally stagger through the archway. Now I regret not borrowing Suzuha's bicycle, but no, there wasn't time for that. Finding Mayuri comes first. I run to the courtyard where I find Lukaku standing alone with a bamboo broom.
ルカ子。
岡部さん、
She bows her head.
どうしたんです？
マユリはどこだ？
まゆりちゃんだったら、もう帰りましたけど。
帰った。
はい。後でまゆりちゃんにごめんなさいって伝えてくれませんか？僕やっぱりどうしてもコスプレはできませんってまゆりちゃんを悲しませたくはなかったんですけど、やっぱり人前に出るのは恥ずかしくて。
Finally catch my breath. I don't have time to listen to Lukaku's apologies.
マユリは帰ったんだな。
あ、はい。
Oh, Lori, that doesn't make sense. I know she comes to the lab around 6:30 p.m. It's still 5:30 p.m. No matter how slowly you walk, it shouldn't take more than 20 minutes to get to the lab. So what was she doing for the extra 40 minutes? We don't have time for this.
本当に帰ったのか。どこかへ寄るとは言っていなかったか。
いえ、聞いてませんけど。岡部さん、一体何が。
もしマユリがここに戻ってきたら、すぐに俺に電話するように伝えるんだ。
はい。
Oh boy, I better check the lab. We might have missed each other. When I get back to the lab, nobody's there but Daru. Did Kurisu go shopping by herself? I called him as he's ordering pizza on the computer.
マユリは帰ってきてるか。
え、いや。
あいつどこへ。
I take a bottle of Dr. P from the fridge and chug it down. The cold, sparkling liquid wets my parched throat and drives the heat away. I should take a drink too. Now I can think. But I still can't relax. Every minute, every second is precious. Each moment I waste brings me closer to Mayuri's death.
オカリンさ、さっきからなんでそんなピリピリしてるん？
マユリの居場所を知らないか。
Tell him! Just tell them the truth!
だからルカシのところっしょ？
いなかった。帰った後だった。
I start to pace in
じゃ
irritation.
あ他のレイヤー仲間のところとか。
そのレイヤー仲間の連絡先を教えろ。
いや、知らんし。
Damn it! Caesar forgets since she's usually here, but Mayuri and I rarely spend time together outside of the lab. May Queen of the Shrine, that's it. I had no idea where she might go. May Queen doesn't even exist on this world line.
ああ、そういえば。
何か知っているのか。
携帯の電源が切れそうとか言ってたような気がする。
Yet another setback. Not only am I unable to contact her, she might not even notice my phone calls.
なあ、一体どうしたん？
誰？なぜここに残っている？今すぐラボを離れろと言ったはずだ。
I sit on the sofa. I feel the weight of stress on my shoulders and in my
理
bones.
由もなしにそんなこと言われてもわけわからんつうか。
Well, yeah, you should tell them.
一体何が始まるんです？
Tell
みた
him!
いな。
マユリが殺される。
は？
セルンが本気を出してきたんだ。あと2時間で奴らは襲撃をかけてくる。だからお前は逃げろ。
え、マジ？
クリスと連絡を取れるか。あいつにもそう伝えるんだ。
あと2時間って、なんでオカリンはそれを知ってる
What do you
わけ？
mean, how do you know that? It's obvious! You got the time machine right there! Come on, folks! Dora pauses for a moment. He looks towards the development room where the time leap machine is sitting.
まさか、使ったん？
I nod gravely. I kick Dara out of the lab and send him home. He promised to call Kurisu for me and tell her to stay at her hotel, but a few minutes later she calls me directly and demands an explanation. It takes some effort, but I convince her to do as I say. Now I just need to wait for Mayuri to get back. I thought about looking for her, but it's too risky. We could meet each other like we did at the shrine. Better to wait here in front of the building. Waiting, I try to convince myself that everything will be okay. Mayuri returns to the lab at 6:30. That leaves about an hour before Mooka's attack. In an hour, we could ride the bullet train for Tokyo Station to Shizuoka. Is that the best plan? Maybe you should get up at Yokohama and lay low in a hotel for a while. I could think about what comes after Mayuri's safe. The time leap machine doesn't matter. Mooka can have it. My top priority is to prevent Mayuri's death. Sweat accumulates on my forehead and rolls down my face. Hurry back, Mayuri.
あれ？
Startled, I turn towards the voice. You can trust Suzuha. Trust Suzuha. Suzuha and Mr. Braun have emerged from the Braun Tube workshop. I see them lock the door. Guess they're closing up shop. That's right, I forgot about Suzuha.
岡部倫太郎、そこで何してんの？
いや、
That reminds me. During the attack, she took down 5 armed commandos in the blink of an eye. I still can't believe it. Where does an 18-year-old girl learn to move like that? And then there's a strange behavior immediately before the attack. She left as soon as she heard about the bomb threat, almost as if she knew something was going to happen. and find there's that business with her father. Everything about her is a mystery. Who is Amane Suzuha?
あ、わかっちゃった。今日宴会やるらしいから、その準備でしょ。
それを誰から聞いた？
椎名まゆり、さっき顔見せて、ぜひ来てねって言ってたよ。つうわけで、私もお邪魔することに。
Oh. Oh, wait a sec. Okay. Oh my. I know! I've played these games before! I know exactly what happened! I know exactly where, I know exactly everything he's doing wrong right here. I know exactly the critical mistake he's about to make.
ダメだ。
もしかして、私邪魔だった？
Pull her aside, come on.
いや、
まあ、私もラボ面にしてもらったとはいえ、所詮は部外者だしね。
そうじゃなくてだな。
んだよ、岡部。
Oh lordy, oh my god.
うちのバイトも仲間に入れてやれ。おめえはこいつに借りがあるんだろ。こいつのへそのおかげで、おめえらがビール揺らすのも一応許してやったんだからな。
へそって、おーい。
Suzu has recovered her jacket. She's properly dressed now.
このバイト、なかなかいいへそだったぜ。
Jesus Christ, buddy.
腹回りがし
Alright, broski.
キュッと引き締まってたな。
Oh my god, this is not the time, this is not the time.
親父、本人前にして語らないでよ。
This is not the time! This is not the time! Pull her
今日の宴
aside.
会は中止だ。だからバイト選手よ。悪いが今日は帰ってくれ。
Bro, she's a critical asset. You need her.
中止なの？
ああ、すまない。
I attempt to smile with a little hope of success.
岡部、何をしてんのかともかく、いざとなったら無茶だけはすんな。
I know the story. I know. It's a little weird to have him give me advice. I thought it was just a dirty old man who loves CRT. Maybe sharper than I thought. Oh god. Oh, buddy. Or maybe he's just telling me to stop shit. The building.
まゆりと喧嘩をしましてね。ちょっと参ってるんです。それだけですよ。
That's the best lie I could manage.
あ、じゃあまずいんじゃない？
Blood?
だってほら、あそこに。
Suzu points across the street. I turn to look. To my surprise, there's Mayuri walking up the street with a big bag. When she notices us, she waves her hand with a ditzy smile. Mayuri!
あれ？喧嘩したんじゃないの？すごい笑顔だけど。
Just grab her and run. I ignore Suzu and run to Mayuri. Clock on my phone says 6:33 p.m.
ちょっと、どうしたのよ？
I wasted precious time talking to Suzuha. Now to secure Mayuri, we need to get as far away from Akiba as we can.
オカリン、そんなに急いでどこ行くの？
Oh god, oh my 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 god. I ignore her question and grab her hand.
走れ！駅に行く！
Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, it's happening, it's happening.
叶うな！とにかく走るのだ！
It's happening. This is one of the most memorable parts of the story. Oh my
いい
god.
から走ってくれ！
Well, not. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't get the image of Mayuri's death out of my mind. I won't let them kill her. I won't. Mayuri has no further resistance. She follows obediently, matching my pace. I forget that she's faster on her feet than I am.
ねえ、どこ行くの？
そうだな。とりあえず、筑波が横浜あたりに。
I'm already gasping for air. Mayuri, however, may as well be strolling along for all the difficulty she's asking. How can she be so ditzy athletic at the same time? Oh lordy, oh lordy. The sun has already set, but the sky is a mix of indigo and orange. We run through the steep streets lit by dazzling shops. Everything will be fine once we make it to the train. I hold this thought in my mind as we run. I'm already exhausted. Mayuri practically has to drag me along to keep me going.
少しね、休んだ方がいいんじゃないかな。
いや、 電車に乗るまでは走り続けろ。
How do you know the train's safe? I do my best to keep up the
で
pace.
もね、オカリンすごい汗だよ。運動苦手なのにね、無理すると。
Also, you should stick to, well-populated areas. I'm just saying. When we reach the station, I realize that something is wrong. The station is packed. Seriously packed. You don't see this many people even at rush hour. The crowd is milling around the entrance. For some reason, it looks like no one is going in. Oh, it's the... Just the...
現在山手線、京浜東北線、総武線すべて運転を見合わせております。お急ぎのお客様には大変ご迷惑をおかけしておりますが、何卒ご理解のほど。
Finally, I realized my mistake. That's right, before the attack, the train was stopped by a bomb threat. No wonder there's so many people standing around. In my haste to flee the city, I completely forgot. How could I have been so stupid? There's another station you can walk. Actually, take a taxi.
どうしたんだろうね。
Take a taxi. I know how this is gonna end up. All the train lines are stopped. We can't escape Akiba. What about the other means of public transport? The subway or the bus? Should we go to another station? Yes, do it. Turn around and head back the way we came, keeping a firm grip on Mayuri's hand. Before we get him more than a few steps, a man steps out of the crowd and blocks our way. I realize we're surrounded.
Okabe Rintaro da na.
Low voice, a face I've never seen. It's not one of the 5 men who broke into the lab with Moeka. She says she...
オカリン、この人たち、知り合い？
Mayuri grips my arm tightly as she looks anxiously at the men.
一緒に来てもらおうか。
誰だ？
Instead of answering, the man makes a grab for my arm. I jerk away and try to escape, but the men move to block us again.
抵抗するなら殺す。
捨てるんか？
There with Moeka. She must have planned for this in advance. A chill runs up my spine. We made a terrible mistake we have to discern. I realize that now, although it's far too late.
これだけ大勢の人がいる中で殺せるのか？
冗談だと思わない方がいい。
What does that mean? I feel something cold against my back. I don't realize what it is at first. Then it hits me. A gun. I gulp. My blood goes cold. Am I going to die here? Will my time leaving be for naught? No, I can't give up. I won't let Mayuri die. I won't accept that future. How do we get out of this? The crowd at the station has grown thicker. People are starting to argue with the station personnel, demanding to know when they can go home. The situation is quickly becoming chaotic. Uh-oh. This could be our chance. Oh, yes! Now! I quickly turn and strike the man's hand aside. His gun falls away. Then the man gets swallowed by the crowd. Yes!
マユリ、逃げるぞ！
I grab Mayuri's hand and start running. We have to fight our way through the crowd, but that also thwarts our pursuers. As soon as we reach Chiodori, we start running back towards the lab. Of course, we can't return to the lab itself. Mooka's group will be there shortly. If they won't be there at all. Whoa, what's this? Is the subway still running? If we get onto Suhei Hirochi Station, we can take the Ginza line to Shibuya. From there, we can grab a train heading out of Tokyo. Whoa! I still haven't recovered from my exhaustion. I don't know how much longer I can hold on. But we can't stop now. I have to keep running. Yo, the music. Doesn't take long before a new obstacle appears. 4 men walking together up ahead suddenly stop and turn to face us. Got a bad feeling about this. They don't look like an otaku. Are they with CERN too? The fears are confirmed when the 4 men start walking towards us, arms spread to block the street. No doubt about it, they're after us too. I turn to flee back towards the station, and there I see the first group of men closing in behind us. We're trapped, enemies on both sides. There's only one choice. Oh no. I grab my area and make for the nearby side street.
オカリン、どこに行くの？
I'm trying to get to Suheirochi Station without using the main streets. But those are dangerous too. You get to easily... But as we pass UPX, several men on the bridge point to us and shout something. Are they with CERN too? How many men do they have? A lot. We turn back and change course.
いいか前よりお前の方が足が速いから
Loki, I need to go take a piss, guys. Taking while running uses up all my breath. Sweat drips into my eyes, making it hard to see.
お前だけでも逃げろはぐれたら袋の岸文字に行けそこで
Before I can finish, I catch a sight of another group of men walking for us up ahead. I look back. The group from before is chasing us. We're surrounded by enemies. The familiar streets of Akiba are filled with agents of CERN. I recall what Mooka said.
あなたたちに逃げ場はないわ。私たちの仲間はすでに秋葉原中に散らばっている。
Despair seizes my heart. Is escape impossible? We're just kids playing at science in the safety of our tiny little lab. Our enemy is a multinational conspiracy willing to kill anyone who gets in their way. Were we doomed from the start? No matter what, we must get away. Leading Mayuri by the hand, I push my way through the crowd, then jump the fence onto the road. Yo. Something strikes me with crushing force, sending me tumbling across the pit. Okay, to be fair, what the fuck did you expect? I come to a stop several meters away. My body is racked with intense pain. A red curtain covers my eyes. I try to brush it off, and my hand comes away slick with blood. I grit my teeth against the pain and lift my head. Mayuri is lying on the pavement a few meters away. I reach out to her. No response. Mayuri is motionless. And here we have it, folks! Here we have it! No. Did the impact kill her? Oh my god, here we have it. We're getting to one of the most iconic, not moments, reoccurring themes of, or moments of Steins Gate. This can't be happening. Mayuri constantly dying. The car that ran over us, a white van pulls up. The door opened and out steps
動きは止めたわ。
Kiryu Moeka. Her again. She knew the exact moment to be here in order to run over poor Mayuri.
岡部君。いえ、岡部倫太郎が確保。
She's talking to someone on her phone. Has she been tracking us the whole time?
警察に連絡して。椎名真由里が死んだ。
She looks down and looks with eyes cold enough to freeze my blood.
なんで殺すんだ
あなたが逃げるからよ。
くそ
I leap up and throw myself at Mocha with all my might. She goes down hard. What? What? Isn't she a trained assassin or something? What the hell? She goes down here. I hear her head smack against the pavement. I stand up and look around. Mocha is dazed and unable to stand, but I see CERN agents making their way towards us through the crowd. Get the car! Crash must have broken my leg. It doesn't matter. I have to get to the lab in time leap again. That's the only way to save Mayuri. I looked back to the site of the accident. Mocha's slowly getting back on her feet, but Mayuri remains limp and motionless on the road. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! It breaks my heart to leave Mayuri lying there, but I have no choice. I have to get back to the lab no matter what. Did you not take the car? Fighting the pain of my broken leg, I'm... How? How? Oh. That's peculiar. Only the lights are still on. Relieved that Kurisudara haven't returned, I head straight to the development room. Wait, hold on. Surprisingly, CERN's men didn't chase me. No one's at the lab when I arrive. Only the lights are still on. I remember to break into the Bronze Tube workshop to turn on the 42-inch CRT. My body is drenched in sweat and I can't stop shivering. Everywhere hurts, especially my right side where the car hit me. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, guys. Be right back. Alright, I am back, guys. Let me just check the volume real quick. Okay, that seems, everything seems alright. If I'm not careful, I might pass out. My vision is blurry, it's hard to focus. My left arm is numb and I can barely move. Still, I force myself to activate the X68000 and input the settings. Go back further this time. I'm gasping for breath like a wounded animal. The sound of my heartbeat fills my ears. My Yuri. They killed her again. I failed to protect her again. It's worth. I left her all alone in front of the station with that gawking crowd. Forgive me, Mayuri. Forgive me. Choking back my tears, I frantically pound on the keyboard. Police sirens echo in the distance. Mocha hit Mayuri in front of hundreds of witnesses. I'll probably take her in for questioning. Even if CERN bails her out somehow, they should be stuck for at least a couple of hours. The real problem is her men. Those mercenaries, or whatever they were, CERN's hit squad. You locked the door, right? Why'd they come after me? Should have been easy for them to catch me as injured as I am. Doesn't matter, I need to hurry. If they show up here, they'll kill me for sure. Settings complete. Put on the headgear. I'll get blood on it, but that doesn't matter. Surge of anxiety washes over me. What if the time leap fails? What if my memory data gets corrupted in the process? I might forget who I am. I might lose myself. Should I really use the machine? Yes! Come on, let's go! Curse my weakness. I will never allow such a terrible future to remain unchanged. If I can save Mayuri, then I'll overcome the barrier of time as many times as it takes. I alone have the power to change the past. What am I waiting for? Swallowing my fear, I activate the time leap machine. brain. Why'd you go to the same day? Screeching in my ears, needle stabbing into my brain, 1,000 emotions flooding my senses. The whirlwind pulses, impulses, then returns to normal. The pain of my wounds has vanished like magic, replaced by a piercing pain in my brain. I fight back a wave of nausea and take stock of the situation. I'm sitting on the sofa with the phone to my ear. Another successful time lead. That makes 3. It looks like the time lead machine works perfectly. I'm sure it would boost Carice's confidence if I told her, but that'll have to wait until Mayuri's out of danger. I stand up and look around the room. Carice, who is dozing off next to me, wakes up with a jerk of the sound of my voice. Okay, yeah, don't do that.
徹夜明けなんだから少し休ませろ。
マユリはどこだ。
いきなりなんぞ。マユシならルカシのところ行くって言ってたじゃん。
Damn it, she already left? I should call her, send a mail. I need to get in touch with her somehow. Maya went to see someone after leaving the shrine. The question is who? Oh, wait, no, the timely machine was completed today, wasn't it? Think. Consider every possibility. Damn it, how could I forget something so important? I should have asked Mayuri where she was today before I time leaped. I'm not thinking straight. I have to calm down. Wait, I know. Last time we fell because we went to Akihabara Station. I should have known that CERN would be watching. This time we'll take a taxi to another station, then hide somewhere until things calm down. For now, all I can wait is for Mayuri to return. It's driving me crazy. I consider explaining the situation to Kurisu and Daru, but I just don't have the strength to do that right now. Besides, I don't want to get them involved. I'll take care of it myself. I won't let any more of my friends die. As before, the Braun Tube workshop closes early. Mayuri appears as Suzu and Mr. Braun are leaving. We run through Kanada Myojin's back streets to Ochi no Mizu Station, taking only minimal precautions to avoid attracting attention. We have to get there before the Sobu line shuts down. We managed to make it to the station without being stopped, but when we get there, we see a group of men waiting by the entrance. They look like CERN. Change of plans. We turn around and head for the Shin Ocha no Mizu subway station. We arrive at the station later than I intended. I don't usually come here, so I get lost. I stare nervously at the platform clock. According to the scrolling display, the Yamanote, Keijin, Toku, and Sobu lines have already suspended operations. Wait, it looks like Chi no Yoda line has too. This is probably because of the poison gas terrorist attacks that have happened in the past. It's now become protocol to assume that even nearby threats may be stationed, even stations on unconnected lines. Damn! Mayuri hasn't said a word about my strange behavior. This is the third time I've let her on this escape, but each time she follows me without complaint. Does she really trust me that much? Maybe she could feel my desperation. That's why I want so badly to save her. We've been together more than a decade. She's like a little sister to me. I'll leave as many times as it takes. Mayuri tilts her head quizzically. I realize I'm staring at her.
聞きたいこといっぱいあるけど、今は我慢しとくね。その代わり、終わったらね、全部聞かせてほしいです。
なあ、約束する。
Mayuri smiles happily at that answer. That's right, while we wait for the train, I should ask Mayuri about her whereabouts today. If I have to leap again, I'll need all the information I can get.
お前、ルカ子に会った後はどこに行っていた？
吹雪ちゃんからメールがあってね、マユシーのコスにちょっと問題発生しちゃってたのです。糸がほつれてるところがあったんだ。それを直しに。
Okay. Helpful.
吹雪ちゃんというのはどこに住んでいる？
住んでるっていうかね、今ちょうど UPX のスタベまで来てたのです。
that always trips me up. That's where she was. Just then, an announcement plays over the PA system. The subway is resuming normal operation. Oh, this is another famous one. Another 20 minutes have passed since we arrived. I didn't expect to be stuck here that long, but it's okay. Right now, Moko should be in Akihabara, heading to the lab. She's not heading to the lab. Everything's gonna be alright. While examining the train, I examined the route map on the station's notice board. We could transfer to an overland station at Yoyogi Uehara. It'll take a while, but that will take us all the way to Odawara. Another announcement. Our train is arriving. You can hear the rumbling, see the light at the end of the tunnel. See the lights at the end of the tunnel. Haha, get it? Mayuri and I are standing just behind the white. Oh, this is famous, this is famous. I reached for a hand, meaning to make a dash for the train when the doors open, but I guess there's no hurry now. I let my left hand fall to hurt my side empty. The roar comes closer. Mayuri is saying something. I can't quite hear her over the train. Oh my god! Suddenly, Mayuri disappears. There she is, leaning out over the track. She's off balance as if she stumbled or someone pushed her. She seems to hang there for a moment, and the train comes screeching into the station. I hear a sound from under the train. I can't describe it, but it makes me instantly nauseous. Sparks fly as the train slams on its brakes. The people on the platform scream. Turn to where Mayuri was just a moment ago. There stands a familiar girl. Tiny, adorable, and a cute black rabbit pouch slung over her shoulder. Tennoji Nae. She looks up at me. Her eyes are wide. Her lips tremble. Weird-ass perspective. She stares at me for a few seconds as if waiting for me to say something, then turns and runs away. Yup. Mayuri just dying. The platform is in chaos. The PA informs us that there's been a personal injury accident. Naya is already gone. I don't go after her. Instead, I peek timidly through the gap between the train and the platform. One side of the track is a wash of red. My mind is blank. I can't think straight. I don't even remember how I got back to the lab. Mocha's group should have come and gone, but the time leap machine is still here. I guess I should be grateful. Here we go! Operation Save Mayuri. Take one. Take 3. Takes longer than usual to set up the machine. For some reason, I have trouble recalling my own phone number. At last it's ready. Now, take me back. Are you sure Mayuri's not the squirrel, considering she just keeps dying? No, that would be a hamster, never mind. Oh god. Ay. The leap occurs instantaneously. Tighter claims his time machine takes 1 hour subjective time to travel 10 years. I don't know if ours is has the same behavior, but now is not the time to find out. 10 years. I have no business that far back. Besides, according to Kurisu, time leaping too far back could cause mental disorders due to the gap between personality and memory.
Juicy karage #1.
Mayuri's singing her chicken song, though she's actually eating pre-cooked chicken from the convenience store instead of her usual juicy chicken #1. She had to switch because she can't warm up frozen chicken in the microwave which is now a dedicated part of the time late machine. I was right to come back 5 hours. Mayuri's still in the lab. What the hell happened back there? It hurts, but I forced myself to recall that horrifying scene. Mayuri died again. This time it happened at the Shin Ochimizu Station, a place completely unrelated to the lab or the bomb threat. Tennoji Nai pushed her onto the tracks where the train tore her to shreds. Could Nai be working for No, that can't be right. Naya has a habit of jumping on Mayuri in greetings. She's probably just being her usual affectionate self. Why should she choose that precise moment? I don't know. I sense malice. Who's malice? It's like fate is playing a cruel joke on us. Whatever the case, all that matters now is that I have another chance. I need to act. I have the power to save Mayuri. I will do whatever it takes to find a way. This time we hail a taxi on Chiodori. It'll be expensive, but that hardly matters now. Mayuri comes along quietly. I consider taking her home to Ikeburo, but Mooka's group might be watching her house. I have no idea where they are at this point in time. Instead, I asked the driver to take us to Shinagawa. However, the traffic is unusually heavy. The driver says it's never been this bad before. There must be an obstruction up ahead, an accident or something. That's the only explanation I can think of. We made it out of Akiba. At this rate, it'll take forever to reach Shinagawa. I consider getting off here and taking the train, but then I remember what happened at Shin Ochanomizu Station. I have a bad feeling about this. Traffic jam should be CERN's doing. I look out the window, scan the crowd for anyone who might be a CERN agent. 3 hours later, we're still stuck. Oh my god. According to a conversation I heard between our driver and another driver, there's some kind of inspection up ahead. Furthermore, it doesn't seem to be a police station, and a small fight broke out at the inspection site or something. Oh my god. My throat hurts. To make matters worse, this road has already been closed off and all the cars behind us are being detoured. There are only about 100 cars waiting, but the inspection has been at standstill for 3 hours. This can't be a coincidence. Once again, I feel the malice of fate manipulating the situation. Is Mayuri going to die again? I was gonna know it was gonna turn out like this. I would have ditched the taxi hours ago. It's not too late. I should pay the driver and get off right. Just then someone knocks on the window. Our taxi stopped in the middle of the road. What's going on? I look over, but before I could say anything, a man opens the rear door and gets next to Mayuri. He's holding a knife. Oh shit. Another assassin! Before she could reply, the man covers Mayuri's mouth with a large, meaty hand. I try to open my door, but it's locked. Only the driver can open it from the inside. Let me guess. Mayuri opens her eyes wide. Her body twitches. It all happens too fast. The man sinks his knife into Mayuri's chest. A bright red spot stains her clothes. Another man gets into the passenger seat. He points a gun at the driver and says something to him. Strength drains from Mayuri's body. Her eyes slowly close. A tear rolls down her cheek. I watch her die inches away, powerless to stop it. I can feel her last breath against my skin. They killed her again. Why? Why? Why can't I save her? Why won't you let me save her? Who decided that Mayuri must die? Mocha? CERN? Or does the world itself wish for Mayuri's death? I won't accept that. I clench my jaw and throw myself forward, driving my forehead into the killer's nose. He falls back. I shout to the driver. I crawl out of the taxi and take off running through the traffic jam. After running for hours, I make it back to the lab. Luckily, the time machine is still there. I have to leap again. Every time we run, Mayuri dies. 6 hours in the past, I clutch my head and rack my brain for an answer. I feel like I've hit a dead end. What do I do if we can't run away? Is there no way to save her? Mayuri's blank stare is the only answer I get. This time I take her to the closest police station and beg them to protect her. When asked why, I explain that someone's going to kill Mayuri 6 hours from now, but without any proof that there's someone after her, they have no choice to turn us away. It's past 6 by the time we leave the station, and we're left with no choice but to keep running. I wish I could blame my previous failures on bad luck. We could try Ocha no Mizu or Shinbashi again. Maybe this time she won't die. But I don't have the courage to try those routes again. At the same time, we can't stay in Akiba. We're running out of options. Subways, trains, taxis, all out. Attempting to escape by those means will get Mayuri killed. That's what my heart tells me. Perhaps the fear is irrational, but I can't pull it out of my mind. I could see her half a dozen times already. Shot, stabbed, torn to pieces. I can't go through that again. We take refuge in Yodobashi Camera. What? I thought we could keep hiding there indefinitely, but just after 7, we hear an explosion in front of the station. Yodobashi goes into chaos. Policemen appear and start evacuating the store. When they try to explain our situation, an officer shouts terrorist and explains his gun. This can't be happening. This isn't America. Japanese police officers don't shoot without provocation. Mayuri dies. It all happened so fast. The policeman shoots her right in the head. I don't know if he was a real policeman or a surname assassin in disguise. It doesn't matter. I can't deny it any longer. The world itself is killing Mayuri. This time, I don't leap into action immediately. Instead, I sit on the couch and collect my thoughts. Every time I try to save Mayuri, it ends in the worst possible way. To make matters worse, I no longer even know what I'm supposed to saving her from. Cause and effect. Why does Mayuri die? First, I thought that it was Mocha and her hit squad sent by CERN to steal her time machine. But as I leapt back in time again, the cause of Mayuri's death kept changing. At Shin Ochan no Mizu Station, she died because Nai pushed her off the platform. CERN had nothing to do with that. It was an accident. Each time I leap, she dies in a different way. What does that mean? I've been thinking for an hour, and I'm no closer to an answer. I want someone to tell me, but who can I ask? The only person in history to leap through time. No, there's one more, John Tither. He's not replying to my emails anymore, and he hasn't posted on A-Channel in days. I'm not even convinced he's a real time traveler. I decide not to run this time. Instead, I take a different approach. Strike first. I send Mocha an email. I need to talk to you about our time machine. Meet me alone. I designate the roof of Radicon as our meeting place. 2 weeks have passed since the satellite crash, but it's still there in the building still. At least the security has lessened, so it's easy for me to sneak in. Not that there's any sneaking to do. I just walk through the front door like I belong there. No one questions me. Last time I came here was for Dr. Nakabachi's presentation. Of course, on this world line, the presentation was cancelled. Naturally, there's no one here but me. It occurs to me that this is a dangerous gambit. Mocha might have a gun, and I already know she's willing to use it. But even so, I don't intend to play fair either. It's supposed to meet after 5:30 p.m. It's just after 5. I came early in order to ambush her. Hide in the shadows and wait with bated breath. About 30 minutes later, I hear the door open. Mocha makes her entrance alone. She looks around restlessly. She still hasn't noticed me. I take a... What? It's not real. Oh. It's a future gadget number 1, the bit particle gun. It's just a toy rail gun with a remote control attached. Obviously a bluff, but all I could pray on such a short notice. I run up behind Mocha and shove the bit particle gun into her back. Just like a Hollywood movie. This isn't a movie, this is real. And she's an actress, she's a murderer. After Mocha raises her hands, I feel through her clothes. Sure enough, she's carrying a gun. I take it from her and press it to Mocha's back in place of the bit particle gun. Nice.
話を聞きたい。お前がセルンの資格であることは分かっている。
なぜ？
知りたいのか？知りたいのかよ！
Frustration and rage boil over. Because of her, Mayuri...
俺はタイムマシンで未来から来た。
冗談だと思っているのか。だが俺はすでに4、5回は同じ時間を繰り返してきた。
I've lost count of how many times exactly. I still haven't slept that entire time. Well, to be fair, doesn't your body get refreshed every single time? So I assume you'd be that... You haven't lost that much sleep. Strangely, I'm not tired at all. Of course not.
これからお前たちが何をするかも知っている。7時過ぎに電車が止まる。爆破予告のせいでな。
Mocha gasps. So was they're doing?
お前と仲間たちが今日ラボを襲撃することも知っている。そこでお前がマユリを殺すこともだ。
私も
理解したか。俺がタイムリーパーだと。
Mocha nods faintly. I could kill her now. It would be easy. But no, I need information.
お前たちはセルンの何なんだ。
ラウンダー。
Mocha answered with surprising obedience. I guess she values her own life, even though she has no problem depriving other people of theirs.
ラウンダー。一体どういう組織なんだ。セルンとの関係性は。
メールで。
ダメだ。口頭で説明しろ。
ラウンダーはセルンとは別組織。公には出てこない。そういう扱い。
秘密の傭兵部隊か。
違う。IBN5100。
Oh.
その情報収集と回収のため世界中に散らばってそれを集める。
IBN 5100s. That's right. When I looked for, she was looking for an IBN 5100. These days, they're nearly impossible to. Oh, actually, I think I. Oh, okay. Well, that explains it. Is that because CERN has been hunting them down? Probably.
ラウンダーの規模は。答えろ。
知らない。まただから。
So she's not important enough to be told.
俺が手に入れた IBN5100 を盗んだのもやはりお前だな。
Mocha doesn't answer.
なぜ IBN5100 の情報を。ハッキング対策か。
機密保持。最も優先すべき事項だから。セルンの。
一体何が隠されている。タイムトラベルの人体実験やその実験で何百人と殺しているという情報は普通の PC でもハッキングで見ることができた。 IBN5100 で構築されたデータベースにはそれ以上の極秘情報があるというのか。
知らない。
末端だからか。
Probably. My tone is sarcastic, but Mocha nods. Damn, she's useless.
なぜラボを襲った。いや、お前にとってはこれから襲うか。
Orders, I assume.
分かっているはず。
セルンへのハッキングをしたからか。
理由は3つ。1つは知ったから。君たちが知ってはいけないこと。
Right, right. So CERN did know about the hacking.
それとタイムマシン。
Uh-huh.
君たちが作った。
Right, right. That much was obvious. CERN must be trying to monopolize time travel technology.
決定的だったのは
Oh, oh, oh.
君たちがそのタイムマシンを世間に公表しようとしたこと。
What? How does she know that? We made that decision right after the time leap machine was completed. That was only a few hours ago.
全員を拘束。
Wait, how does she know that?
拘束？マユリを殺したではないか。
あの子は必要ない。
Oh my god. Not needed. I nearly pulled the trigger.
タイムマシンを作ったのは君とマキセ。あの子は殺しても構わない。
Damn.
そう言われた。
俺たちを拘束してどうするつもりだった？
セブンの施設に監禁してタイムマシン実用化の研究を。
Huh.
そうやってこれまでにもセルン以外のタイムマシン研究を潰してきたんじゃないか。
私は回収しろと
Ah, yes, the
言われ
classic
ただけ。
just following orders excuse.
お前のことを一瞬でも仲間にした俺が間違いだった。
セブンのためすべて FP の命令すべて何でもやる FP の指示なら。
FB? Was that the name of her supervisor?
岡部君君なの？
Hmm?
ジョン・タイターは。
何？
John Titor?
考えられない君しか。
I know who it is. Me?
何をバカな。
I dig the gun into Mocha's back.
それより死にたくなかったら今すぐにお前の仲間とそれと FB とやらに連絡しろ。ラボ襲撃は中止だと。
Oh my god. I know. Mocha shakes her head.
そんな権限ない。
Well, yeah. As a matter of fact, they probably just kill her too.
知ったことか。権限がなかろうが何とかするんだ。殺す。
I can't do it. I'm not a killer. Not yet. My hands are trembling just like Mocha's were before she shot Mayuri.
なんで殺したんだ。
She was hesitating. She didn't want to pull the trigger. But she did.
お前もあんなことしたくなかったんだろう。なのになんで。
私は従うだけ FB に。
Like a cult.
だったらその FB とかいうやつをここに連れてこい。
Mocha shakes her head again.
だからそっちの事情なんて知ったことじゃないと。
無理なの。
Why not?
FB に会ったことは。
Something hard stabs into my... What? A chill runs through my body. There's someone behind me.
銃を捨てろ。
Oh my god, guys. Here it is. Here, a man's voice. Is he with Mocha?
あいつキリュウ萌えか。
Well, I mean... I'm ready to pull the trigger in cold blood.
二人だけで会うと約束しただろう。
She's not stupid, Okabe. Mocha doesn't answer.
いいから銃を捨てろ。
タイムマシンは渡す。だから誰も殺すな。
だとしても
Even though I'm still pointing the gun at her, Mocha steps away and turns to face me. Her eyes are cold and her expression unreadable.
監禁して二度と出されない。
Mocha takes the gun. Why did you let her have it? I'm unable to resist. Oh, come on!
ハッキングのことを謝るから誰も殺さないでくれ。
Oh, come on! Don't be pathetic, dude! Something hard strikes the back of my head. My legs give it, instantly sending me to the ground. Darkness creeps
ターゲ
in.
ット B を確保開始を頼む
Guys, do you... Yeah, never mind. Those of you that get it, get it. Deep down, I knew it. I can't save Mayuri. Even if Mocha's group doesn't kill her, someone or something else will. The world itself wants her dead. That is the choice of Steins Gate. Steins Gate? There's no such thing. Those words have no meaning. It's just some nonsense I made up to sound cool. Steins Gate doesn't exist, but fate does. Fate. God. The will of the world. An absolute force that no one can resist. It exists and has sentenced Mayuri to death. I wake up in the back of the station wagon. The windows are coated with black film, so I can't tell where we are. I feel a throbbing pain in the back of my head. My hands are tied behind my back. What time is it? How long have I been unconscious? There's a man with me inside the car. I recognize him from a previous time late. He's the one who stabbed Mayuri in the taxi. The man seems to notice I've woken up, but he doesn't speak. He waves his gun around menacingly, as if to say there's no hope of mistake. The dashboard and the clock reads 7:30 p.m. I look out the window again. It seems the car has stopped in the middle of Kuramai Dori's pavement. We're close to the lab. Has attack already happened? Before I left, I told everyone, including Mayuri, to run. If she did as I said, she won't die by their hands. That doesn't mean she's safe. If I won't do something, Mocha's gonna take the time-late machine away. What will happen then? CERN can have the machine if it will save Mayuri. The problem is that it won't, not when the world itself is determined to kill her. As long as the time-late machine remains in my hands, I can keep trying to fix things. Hold on, let me just check something. Okay, that's great. I'll leap again and again until I find a way to save her. I just had an idea. Stop snapping into place! God damn it! Hold on, guys. I got it. 3. Oh my god. Why? There we go. Ha. I'll leap again and again until I find a way to save her. But if I lose the machine, then the future is decided. A future without Mayuri. I have to get it before they do, even if that means I might get shot. As long as I survive to reach a time-leap machine, everything will be alright. Oh yeah, baby. My bound hands limit me to headbutts and kick, but I somehow managed to knock the man guarding me and escape. My chest and neck are covered with blood. I must have been shot during the struggle, but thanks to the adrenaline pumping through my body, I barely feel any pain. I can still move. That's all that matters. I run up the stairs with my hands still tied. I can only pray that I'll be able to operate the time-leap machine quickly enough. Mayuri, Dara, and Kurisu are in the lab. So are Mocha and her men. When I open the door and burst in, everyone looks at me in surprise. She sees my tattered body. Mayuri runs up to me with tears in her eyes. Wait! I try to stop her! In the corner of my eye, I see Mocha take an aim at Mayuri. I try to put myself between them. I try to cover Mayuri with my body. But a man grabs me from behind and pulls me back. I watch helplessly as Mayuri's tiny body drops to the floor. Her eyes, wide and wet with tears, seem to stare into mine, but I can see that they have already lost their light. She's gone. Again. Again. Again! What happens next is the same as before. Suzuha defeats the Rounders and Kurisu helps me time leap. A flood of sound beats on my eardrums. When it subsides, I find myself again in the lab. It's just before 5, 2.5 hours before Mayuri dies. I find myself staring at the time leap machine. This thing is the reason for Moeka's attack. If only we had never built the phone wave. If only we had never sent those emails. Perhaps the future might be different instead of the nightmare it promises now. Would anything change if I just broke it? Smashed it to pieces right here. In a rush of delirium, I grab a chair and lift it high over my head. Just as I'm about to bring it crashing down in this infernal machine, a voice cries out.
Okabe! 何してんのよ!
Kurisu grabs my arm and pulls me back.
今、壊そうとした？何も壊さなくったって。タイムリープはしない。そう決めたんだから、それでいいでしょ？とにかく、椅子を下ろして。
I lowered the chair slowly, not because Kurisu told me, but because I realized what would happen if I really did break the machine. It caused or will cause Mayuri's death, but at the same time, it is also my only chance of averting the future. If I lose it, I lose my only hope of saving her. The fear of that outcome stayed my hand.
顔色悪いな。どうしたのよ。
Tell them everything, honestly.
聞いてんの？
Just tell them. They might be able to help somehow. I can't deal with this, not now.
ちょっと！
Dude, they might be useful somehow. Get some information out of them. I flee from the lab. I don't have a particular destination in mind. People look at me strangely as I shuffle down the street. I imagine I must have looked like I crawled from the grave. Soon I get up, fed up with the crowd around the station, and escape to the pedestrian overpass. I get halfway across the bridge and squat onto the concrete. The giant screen on UPX is advertising some gothic punk band. Hey, that's what I was looking at a little while earlier. She kind of looks like Nash from, what do you call it? Fate Grand Order. The giant screen on UPX is advertising some gothic punk band. The ticker at the bottom displays today's weather forecast along with the date and time. I realize that today's Friday, the 13th. Oh, it is! Ha ha ha! So no way to get with Mayuri dying. It's already 5:30 p.m. 2 hours until the attack. The lights around Akiba Station turn on one by one as the sun sets. The moe might be gone from the Akiba, but the area around the station is as posh as ever. I don't belong here. The bridge I'm sitting on has become a date spot for couples. I see them standing around gazing at the cityscape with their arms wound around each other. Somehow they never seem to tire of the dull and unchanging scenery. What am I doing here? Mayuri's about to die.
そこの地べたに座ってるドキュン男。
What is that? What is a DQN? Whoa! Oh! Surprised to hear myself be called the slang term for delinquent, I lift my head to see Kurisu standing there.
いきなり飛び出したと思ったら、こんなところにいたか。
なあ、クリスティーナ。
何よ。
今何時だ
？5時38分。ねえ、そんなところでドキュン行為してる暇があったら、買い出し付き合いなさいよ。
Shopping. Oh, right. Preparations for the party. In the original timeline, I went shopping with Kurisu at the UPX Supermart. And then we talked on this bridge, just like now. Feels like so long ago. Back then, I had no idea what was about to happen.
どうなの？買い出し。来るのか来ないのか。
Tell her! They might be able to help. I sigh deeply. I don't believe that it was wrong to time leap. However,
クリス。
I keep my eyes lowered.
初めてまともに名前呼んだな。
I feel her eyes on mine.
助けてくれ。
I can't save my area alone. I realize that now. Reliving today again and again, only to taste the same despair each time, has taught me one important lesson. Alone I am powerless. Alone I have no hope.
助けてくれ。
話して。あんたがタイムリープしたのは分かってる。
Oh, she's caught on.
何？
I look up in surprise. Carissa doesn't meet my stare. Instead, she leans on the guardrail and gazes down at the plaza with her usual frown.
あんたに誰かから電話がかかってきたと思ったらいきなり表変したから。
Okay, I guess that is kind of obvious.
私の目はごまかせない。
3時間後から来た。
何があった？
まゆりが殺された。
I lower my head, trying to hold back the tears. I explain about CERN and Mocha and about Carissa herself activated the time leap machine and made this possible. I tell her how I've already done several time leaps. I explain how Mayuri's death seems to be the will of the world itself, that I can't save her no matter how hard I try. I keep talking for 30 minutes straight. During that time, Carissa hardly says a word.
すべて俺の責任だ。
Talking to Carissa lets me sort out everything I've done, everything I've seen.
セルンにハッキングしろなんてダルに頼まなければよかった。タイムマシンを作ろうなんて言い出さなければよかった。萌香をラボメンになんかするんじゃなかった。マユリが死ぬのはすべて俺の責任なんだ。
That's why I need to bear the burden myself. I resolved to do whatever it took to save Mayuri, never faltering, never giving up. Yet my resolve has already crumbled.
そんなまずいことが起きようとしてるのに、あんたはなんでここでぼんやりしてるの？
Cause he's hard. Carissa's tone is haughty. Is this how I sound when I'm playing Hoin Kyoma?
わからなくなったからだ。
わからないって何が？
マユリを助ける方法が。
あんたの話を聞いた限りじゃ、時間順序保護仮説は本当だったってことになるのかな。
何をしてもどうやってもマユリが死んでしまうんだ。
だからタイムリープを延々と繰り返したか。タイムリープマシンは理論上絶対安全だと証明されているわけじゃない。
True. Carissa lowers her gaze and cups her chin as she often does when assessing a problem.
これまでは何事もなく成功してたかもしれないけど繰り返し使うことでどんな影響が出るかも。
I did kind of want to say that's a possibility.
もしかしたら時間の輪、つまり因果率から外れるかもしれない。あんたはそんな危険を冒してるの。そのことを自覚して。
因果率から外れるとは。
SF 小説によくあるでしょ。閉じた時間の輪の中で永遠にさまよい続けるってこと。永久に年は取らないけど永久に同じ日からは出られなくなる。
Oh lord, that sounds like hell.
最悪の場合なかったことにされる可能性だってある。
What?
存在の抹消。あんたの18年だか19年だかの人生の痕跡すべてをあらゆる人間が最初から知らなかったことにされるかも。時間を飛び越えることはそれだけ危険なのよ。
人間は根源的に時間的存在者である。
Carissa looks surprised.
ハイデガーね。私も今その言葉を言おうと思ってた。
お前から教わった言葉だ。
いつ？
俺はもう何度もタイムリープしている。
あ、なるほど。
Carissa squats next to me, thinking deeply. Aww.
あんたの話が本当だったとして真由里を助けたい気持ちは私だって同じよ。でもタイムリープマシン制作に関わった人間の一人としてあれを何度も使うことは勧められない。あんたはそれでももがく？
俺は
I can't do it alone. I know that now.
だからお前に助けを求めたんだ。もがくために、真由里を助けるために。俺一人じゃダメだったが、クリスの協力があれば何とかできるかもしれない。できると信じたい。力を貸してくれ。
Kurisu sighs.
無茶しやがってバカ。あん
Aw.
た壊れててもおかしくなかったんだからね。
Incredibly, she sounds concerned about me. Kurisu's a sweet girl, you just keep teasing her. She looks at me for a moment, then turns away as if embarrassed. Ooh la la. Haha.
協力はする。ただしあんたのために協力するわけじゃないから。全部真由里のためよ。
I like to call it deja vu, but not really. It's just the same neurons firing. That's how humans are, aren't they?
ああ、当たり前だ。
それにあんたを被験者にすればいいデータが取れそうだし。
それはつまりセルンの人体実験を肯定するということか。
全然違う。
どこが？
被験者が岡部っていうところが。
Oh, dang. It's not my Yuri, it's you, Okabe. You're the test subject.
マッドサイエンティストとしては自分自身も平気で実験台にするんでしょ。何
Exactly.
せマットだし。
Aw. This is sweet. This is really sweet. I like it. I'm no longer afraid to time leap. I'll do anything to save my Yuri.
冗談よ。本気にするな。
Aww. Kurisu stands up and looks at her watch.
さて、もうあまり時間もないからこれからあたふたするよりもっとじっくり対策を練った方がいい。
つまり
今からもっと前の時間に飛んでおく。そこで改めて私に事情を説明して。
Kreese is right. My actions so far have been almost entirely random, and look where that's gotten me. I need a real plan if I'm gonna save my Yuri.
行こう。
Kreese reaches her hand out to me. I grasp it and pull myself up. Aww. My Yuri and Daro are already back when I return to the lab. Suzuha is there too. To get rid of them, Kurisu and I explained that we forgot to do the shopping and asked them to take care of it for us instead. I have to cough up the money to convince them to go, but it works.
真由里本人はともかく橋田にも話さないの？
Yeah, exactly.
必要になったら話す。
For now, it's not. And I don't have time to explain. While Kurisu sets up the machine, head downstairs to the Brontube workshop, kick the door open, and turn on the 42-inch CRT. That went more smoothly than I anticipated. It's highly illegal before, but I'll leap long before the cops get here. Kurisu looks shocked when I return to the lab.
住居侵入罪で逮捕されるわよ。
どうせ過去に戻れば今のはなかったことになる。
Kurisu hands me the headgear and I put it on.
そっか。あんたの主観じゃそうなるわけだ。
In a few moments, you're not going to remember this conversation.
私の主観だとどうなるんだろう。あんたが飛んだ後、ここはどうなる？
This timeline ceases to exist, I presume.
そのデータもすぐに取れる。
I don't think she will. My consciousness travels to the past. That I know from experience. But what about the body I leave behind? If time is a straight line, then it's likely the present will be reconstructed based on my actions in the past. But if the many worlds interpretation holds, then after I leave, this world will continue on as if nothing has happened. I used to be so fascinated by the structure of the universe, but now I don't care. All that matters is saving my Eri. Cruce's fingers stopped typing on the keyboard.
どうした？
うん考えたら思考が
D メールのような状態になるかもしれない。
The instant we send a D-mail, the present changes around us. Thanks to reading Steiner, only I remember what it was like before the change.
その方が楽だけど悔しくもある。
What do you mean?
データを観測できないからか？
そういうこと。
Carissa nods and begins tinkering with the settings again.
転送先は5時間前にしておいた。つまり午後1時40分くらい。覚えてる？私がタイムリープマシーンを完成させたのは2時過ぎだった。
Ooh. Barely. For Carissa, that happened only 5 hours ago. For me, it feels like weeks. Maybe it really has been weeks.
時間にルーズな男は嫌われる。
Oh lordy. I'm screwed.
感謝しなさいよ。私は時計をよく見る癖があって、何時に何があったかは結構覚えてるの。
Carissa finishes typing and turns to face me.
いい、岡部。タイムリープマシンを使うなら、これだけは覚えておいて。携帯電話は絶対に手放さないこと。
That's true.
それはあんたの生命線、局所場指定のマーカーなの。それさえ持ち続けていれば、どの時間へも跳躍はできる。でももし手放してしまって誰かに使われたら。
Then I lead to that time, my memories could overwrite theirs. I don't want to imagine what might happen next.
あるいは充電が切れたり壊されたりしたら。
Then I won't be able to really leap to that time.
タイムリープは成功しない。
Hold on, what did that say? If it breaks, then I can get a new phone with the same number, but there will be still a period of time in which I could never leap.
だから絶対に携帯を手放しちゃダメ。
Yep, that's our little beacon.
了解だ。
今日の昼間にタイムリープしたら、2時に私がマシンを完成させるまでは、あんたは特別なことはしてはいけない。これが完成しないと、きっとこの時間までの流れが大きく変わってしまう。
Yep.
完成したらすぐに実験はしないって宣言して全員解散させて。それから私に声をかけてくれればいい。未来から来たって言われれば多分私は信じる。
なんでわかる？
私のことは私が一番よく知ってる。
Exactly. Dang. Carissa grins faintly and stands up after she's done typing.
そもそも電話レンジを改良してタイ
Skills.
ムリープマシンを作ったのは私なのだぜ。
Exactly.
さっきあんたからタイムリープしてきたって言われた時は自分の理論は間違ってなかったって思えた。成功してよかったって思えた。何の疑問もなくね。
I see.
念のためにキーワードを決めておきましょう。私の今一番欲しいものはマイフォークである。
に？
あ、いや別に意味なんてないからな。
Huh?
マイフォークが欲しいのか？
マイスプーンはもう持ってるからって。そこに興味持つな。はいはい、準備できた。いつでも行ける。
I nod and call up the phone wave, name subject to change. I love how he keeps saying that.
気をつけて。私は いつだってあんたの味方よ。
Whoa! That's big. That's big. Kurisu touches my shoulder, then steps away. Alright. Oh. Okay. Save. Okay, I think I am going to leave it off at that. That was good. Okay. I think the game's I think things are getting real. Things are getting real. We already experienced the Mairi constantly dying thing, and now we're right here. Okay. Yeah, as I said, things are getting real. Things are getting real. So, I think this is a pretty good place to leave it off. I could probably go for like... I do want to go on for longer, but my throat hurts because I've been talking so much. I need to get dinner. I also need to go to the bathroom, and I'm not gonna go to the bathroom a second time this stream. So, I suppose I will leave it at that. Oh my god, it really has been a... Look at those dates. Anyhow. So, if you enjoyed this stream, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment if you haven't done so already, and make sure to smash that bell, because, you know, I've got more of these coming up in the future. Maybe, I'm not sure what I'll stream on Sunday. I don't know. Oh, I do kind of want to play with my friends again. Maybe that's what I should do. I don't know. But, that is probably that for now. So, I guess with that, that's the end. The sky is up, and you guys are awesome. I will see you all in the next episode. See you guys!